during the season, but from what I've seen in practice, they look ready to go, and they've been creating some holes for these backs.
Yeah, so I know we concentrate a lot on the young guys during training camp, but the vets, this team as a whole, like Dan kind of alluded to, where do you see the mechanics? Do you see them getting to the line of scrimmage? Do you see the mechanics being clean on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, that's really what you want to see from these guys. You can only learn so much from practice, but I think they know the grip that they have. These guys are hard workers. The work ethic is there. The attention to detail is there. It seems like they've been refining everything they needed to refine in practice. So that's really what it's about, kind of shaking off the rust when you get back from a long summer break and putting it into action on the field.
Talking to Colton Pounce, who covers the Lions on a daily basis for The Athletic. You can catch his coverage there. If somebody were to come to you, and I know they have, and say, hey, how are these new coordinators doing? What would you say?
They've really settled right in. I mean, a guy like Kelvin Shepard, he's been here from the start. He's such a smart coach. And, I think us in the media, we really enjoy talking to him because he's honest. He gives some great answers. But when you see him on the field, you wouldn't know he's a rookie defensive coordinator. He looks right at home when you see him working with these guys, talking to these guys, getting in their ear, and coaching them up. And I think the important thing is he's been on the staff. He knows what Dan's all about. So that was a seamless transition, in my opinion. And then a guy like John Morton on the offensive side, he was here in 2022 when Ben Johnson and Dan kind of built this offense from the ground up. So, he helped install some of these, route concepts and run plays. So he's been here from the beginning. I know he stepped away for a few years, but he's known Dan for years going back to their time in New Orleans. So a lot of trust there, and I think that's the reason why he's here.
All right, let's get some of the keys to the game brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence is key when it comes to your healthcare coverage. Not a lot of keys in a preseason game, but just some of the things that we're looking at, Colton. That wide receiver position, we've talked about it a lot. There's 7 guys that have made a strong case to be on this roster. I don't know if that's realistic. Where do you come down on that?
It's a really tough decision, and it really could come down to today. A guy like Jackson Meeks has really impressed in these preseason games. He's been the number 1 target, and he's getting a lot of snaps, but he's making the most of it. And I think he's leading the league in receiving yards in the preseason and up there in catches. So he's really produced when these games have come on. A guy like Dominic Lovett has looked good in practice, and he was a 7th-round pick, and he kind of started up strong early, got injured, so he lost momentum. But I think a game like today could help him get back in that mix. So those are 2 young guys that have really, worked to push for a roster spot. And a guy like Isaac Tisla that, all of us are excited about. I think he's been dynamic out there. The hands, he catches everything with his hands, the speed, the size, really intriguing package. And he's kind of shown that in these preseason games for sure.
Do you think this coaching staff and Brad Holmes and his staff are trying to figure out which one of these guys can we slide through? Which one of these guys are the Vikings not going to pick up, who are all beat up at receiver right now?
Yeah, there's so many teams that are looking for receivers. So if you do cut bait with one of them, he might not be back on the practice squad. So you certainly have to weigh that decision. And look, I'm happy I'm not Brad Holmes. That's going to be a tough one. Dan Campbell mentioned to us a couple days ago that, hey, I let Brad make all those decisions. He's got a feel for which guy's going to make it through, which guys are going to go. So that's all on him.
We've talked about Big Broderick and the fact that he needs himself a good game today. Just some thoughts, because a couple of guys that Coach mentioned to us that he wants to see today: Chris Smith, Broderick Martin, and then Keith Cooper. Yeah,
they're looking for help in that interior defensive line. They've had some injuries there. So whoever can stand out, they're going to try to, I'm sure, give it a solid look too. And Broderick's a guy that, 3rd-round pick. They traded some draft capital for. A lot of fans were kind of invested in him. He had a slow start to camp, but he's actually picked things up in these preseason games and went out there and impressed a little bit. So, just keeping that momentum going, I think, could go a long way for him. And whether it's on the practice squad or you can sneak him onto the roster, I think, keeping him around and being able to keep developing him would be big for him and the organization as a whole.
Yeah, biggest thing for me is the safety position. I mean, we got a lot of guys back there. They're moving them around, trying to figure out who may be that 3rd safety. Do you see us playing a lot of that 3 safety this year? Do you think that might be something that Calvin incorporates?
Yeah, they certainly could. In terms of that 3rd, 4th safety spot, it seems like they like Rock Yacine there. He's kind of he started off as a cornerback, but he's playing a lot more safety in the preseason games. He talked to us last week and said, hey, that's a new challenge for me, but I'm excited for it. So he's really been repping a lot at safety. And a guy like Ian Kennelly, UDFA, local product, he's really caught my attention out here in these games and in practices. He's physical, he's big, he's athletic, and he's gotten the start in the last 2 preseason games. So we'll see what happens today, but if he can finish strong, I think he's got a really solid chance of making the roster and being that fourth safety.
Colton, great stuff. You want to check out Colton stuff on The Athletic? Go check out a subscription. Colton, we appreciate it very much.
Appreciate it.
Colton Pouncey joining us right there. Does a great job covering the Lions on a daily basis out at the Meyer Performance Center. Keeping an eye on things. We'll take a break, come right back, closing in on kickoff here at Ford Field. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No. First base!
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meyer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meyer.com/community.
Across the country, schools are having to cut sports. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes is on a mission to fix that. With a Kellogg's Frosted Flakes box purchased, a $3 donation is sparked by uploading a receipt via MissionTiger.com. Thanks to fans coast to coast, students at middle schools nationwide have better access to play sports, and Mission Tiger has created more than 2.3 million play experiences for students and counting. Please go to MissionTiger.com to learn more.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. What if I told you there's a legal team whose winning record goes back over 50 years? What if this team had a roster of some of the best and brightest in their field? And what if I said that every time this team wins, you win too? I'm talking about Michigan's first family of law, Sam Bernstein Law. If you've been injured in an accident, calling Sam will be the best call you ever make. Get a winning team to fight for you. Get the Bernstein advantage. Call Sam.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Need a source for soft tooling or automation to scale production? Look no further than the 3-Dimensional Services Group and its Make It Happen approach. Design complexities? No problem. Assembly challenges? No problem. Tough deadlines? No problem. There's no need to work the phones when your first call is to the 3-Dimensional Services Group. Learn more at the3dimensional.com or call 800-959-0804.
Getting more without paying more. That's the smart choice. That's Wallside Windows. Wallside offers no interest, and we're the industry leader with the longest financing options. Whether you're doing just a few windows or the whole house, Wallside makes it easy for you. Start saving now. Get half off every window plus Wallside's exclusive no-interest extended financing with no down payment. Call 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
DR Trailer is having a really big sale.
It's the Haul More, Pay Less summer sales event at Dr. Trailer.
That's DR Trailer.
We don't care what you call us. Just call us.
Save big at DR Trailer in Milan.
The Detroit Lions pregame show on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Mark Ryan here with you on the Detroit Lions Radio Network. Time for your NFL preview segment. It's brought to you by BetMGM, the sports book that knows how to treat you right. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. This is do or die preseason week number 3. And we begin with a matchup that would feature in the regular season the current Lamar Jackson against the future Lamar Jackson. Baltimore at Washington. Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, neither of either of those today as they rest in the final week of the preseason, but still much to play for. For both Baltimore and Washington, it is the battle at the running back position. How many running backs will be kept? Which 4 will be kept? Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell feel locked in. How about Rasheen Ali? He's made a case for himself. To Ernest Johnson, Myles Gaskin also vying for PT there. As for the Commanders, They just traded Brian Robinson. So what happens with Chris Rodriguez Jr., Jeremy McNichols, Demetric Felton, as those guys look to round out the roster? Next up, it's the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Cincinnati is one of the few teams that has played starters some games, but on the Indianapolis side, the decision to name Daniel Jones the starting quarterback was a controversial one for one Shane Steichen. He details his decision here.
Opening, letting everyone know that Daniel Jones will be our starting quarterback this season. I thought the competition in training camp was great by both of those guys. I thought they both competed really hard, and it was good to see them cheering for each other and battling the way they did. And you guys heard me talk about the consistency, and that's really what I was looking for. And really the operation at the line of scrimmage, the checks, the protection, the ball placement, the completion percentage, I think all that played a factor in it. I think Daniel did a great job doing that, and I think AR has made strides in that area. But I do feel that, he still needs to continue to develop in those areas.
Most certainly the case. A shock out of Indianapolis. They've already moved off of number 1 pick from 2 years ago, Anthony Richardson. What does that tell me? That tells me Shane Steichen believes his seat is hot, and he needs the quarterback that can get him the most wins to keep his job right about now. On the Cincinnati side of things, outside of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, it's their wide receiver depth. That is what is on the line today. Former Lion Isaiah Williams is trying to earn a spot in Cincinnati. Jermaine Burton there as well. We've also got the Rams at the Cleveland Browns coming your way today. Interestingly for Cleveland, you've got Joe Flacco as your week 1 starter, but with him not playing, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders figure each to play a half. As those were 2 draft picks from this season, does that mean that Kenny Pickett is the odd man out? At one point, he was the odds-on favorite to win the starting job this season. Elsewhere with the Los Angeles Rams, Matt Stafford, offensive tackle Alaric Jackson seemingly improving. Where does the focus shift? Well, it shifts for the Rams to the area of the weapons battle. What are they doing at running back, wide receiver, and tight end to back up Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua? Cody Schrader, Brittany Covey, and Davis Allen figure to have edges in key position battles there in Los Angeles. Next up, it's the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. The running back battle for Denver is in the crosshairs right now. Tyler Beatty, Jaleel McLaughlin have done a lot of good work to press for what could be the 3rd and 4th running back spots. Blake Watson might have some work to do there for Denver in securing a roster spot. And all the eyes are on the quarterback's position for the New Orleans Saints. It is, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, one of the worst starting quarterback situations that any NFL team has had in recent seasons. It's the quarterback battle between Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck. And Kellen Moore says right here, this battle is coming down to the wire.
It's close. We look at every aspect of this quarterback situation, and so it's really, really close. Numbers, experiences, reps, everything. It's going all the way back to start of training camp. Everything is very, very close between this group, and so we'll see how it all plays out.
The Seattle Seahawks visit Green Bay to take on the Packers. Seattle 1-0-1 in the preseason. The Packers 1-1 right now. For Seattle, it is the rookie watch, as rookies are going to have to play key roles on the team this year. Tight end Elijah Arroyo. And what role could Jalen Milroe have? Has he made enough of an impression for Seattle to move off of Drew Lock? As for the Green Bay Packers, the eyes there are on the running back battle. Rookie Anthony Belton on the offensive line committed 5 first-half penalties last week, so they're doing some cleaning up on the offensive line as well, trying to figure out their rotations. Emmanuel Wilson, Chris Brooks, Marshawn Lloyd trying to compete for the backup running back positions behind incumbent starter Josh Jacobs. The Jacksonville Jaguars visit the Miami Dolphins this week. For Jacksonville, the focus is on adding defensive depth. For Miami, the focus is on Quinn Ewers and the wide receiver battle. Now, Miami has not had much in the way of big wide receiver help. You saw Theo Weiss really do some damage against the Detroit Lions. But Quinn Ewers bounced back from an awful preseason debut to look much better against the Lions a week ago. And the 7th-round pick could be close to securing a roster spot there. For Jacksonville, where defense has been optional, Travis Hunter's cornerback eligibility really seems to help them there. 3rd-round cornerback Chad Muma might be fighting for a role in this final preseason game for Jacksonville. The Buffalo Bills take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Wide receiver has long been the concern for the Buffalo Bills. Tyrell Shavers, Laviska Shenault Jr., Christian Wilkerson battling for spots there. No starters played last week as the Bills were blown out by the Bears 38-0. Will we see more of the twos at least in this game today? And for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, health is the priority. Tristan Wirfs, Chris Godwin, are they going to be ready to go week 1 as Tampa Bay tries to get their ones when all their ones are going? And when you consider how that organization feels about their prized rookie Emeka Egbuka, Tampa Bay could be a sleeper team for an NFC Championship game berth this coming season. And 2 final ones. The Los Angeles Chargers at the San Francisco 49ers. How many quarterbacks are the Chargers going to compete behind Justin Herbert? Trey Lance would seem to have a shot, played very well against the Lions in the Hall of Fame game. Tyler Heineke was the backup last season. Could he be the backup again? Do they have a plan for former Clemson and Florida State quarterback DJ Uiagalelei? And for the 49ers, with the money they had to commit to Brock Purdy, more rookies are going to have to contribute this year than just about any other season. The problem is some of them are banged up. Upton Stout has missed time. Defensive tackle C.G. West is banged up into this one. What can they get out of offensive lineman Connor Colby, defensive lineman Sebastian Valdez, and linebacker Nick Martin? And then finally, the Las Vegas Raiders at the Arizona Cardinals. Key points of note here for the Raiders, the quarterback battle. Aiden O'Connell has been unimpressive backing up Geno Smith. Can rookie Cam Miller convince Las Vegas to keep 3 in this particular battle? Wide receiver battles also of note. Dante Thornton, Jack Betch, Tommy Millott. Which one of those guys is going to step up and claim one of the final stops here? And for Arizona, the defensive back battle. Garrett Williams, Max Melton, Will Johnson, those have helped to solidify the top of the cornerback rotations. They've loved what they've seen from former Michigan Wolverine Will Johnson. Remember, he slid in the draft, felt to have non-elite athletic traits. Well, in training camp, Will Johnson has certainly proven otherwise. That is a look at your preseason Week 3 slate. And of course, this segment here is brought to you by Wallside Windows, Michigan's leader in replacement windows for over 80 years. Coming your way next, it's the 2 Dans, Dan Miller with Dan Campbell, right here on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's Kathy Brook of Max Brook Realtors. For nearly 5 decades, I've helped thousands of people across Michigan buy and sell. With 15 years as the state's #1 realtor and 4 seasons as the official realtor of the Detroit Lions Radio Network, my connections and experience matter. We're hungering for a win against Houston. Thinking about making a move? Let's team up. Visit me at kathybrook.com. That's KATHYBROOCK.com. That's kathybrook.com. And let's get moving.
Elevate your tailgating game this coming football season at Moran Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 selling Chevy dealer. The best game days start in a 2026 Silverado 4x4 LT Crew Cab, and you can lease one at Moran Chevrolet right now for just $265 a month for 24 months. Find your ride fast at MoranExpress.com or stop by Gratiot just north of 15 Mile in Clinton Township. Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Crystal here from Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. When it comes to your home's comfort, why not choose a company that feels like family? From basic repairs to energy-efficient installations, we treat every home as if it were our own. For over 55 years, our family has lived, played, and worked in Southeast Michigan, and we are dedicated to the work we do for our neighbors. Our team is here to help you with personalized service you can trust. Visit familyheating.com to find the location near you and call to schedule your free no-pressure estimate today.
This is injury attorney David Femininio. When I talk to a client, I understand how one moment has changed their life. I see how badly they need someone to listen to them. That's why we never back down. Get David, get paid isn't a slogan. It's a promise to take care of you. So if you get injured in an accident, you need to call me at 855-65-CRASH or go to my website, getdavidgetpaid.com.
Brought to you by Hollywood Casino at Greektown and ESPN Bet, your football headquarters. Stop in at Hollywood Casino and visit Detroit's new home for sports, ESPN Bet. Watch the best football action on our giant screen TVs, plus score great game day food and drinks. And don't forget to download the ESPN Bet app to explore our action-packed online sportsbook with exclusive odds boosts and cutting-edge features. Join us for all the excitement at Hollywood Casino at Greektown. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Stoney here. Have you ever noticed how many coaches the Lions have? Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams coordinator. Now they even have a pest management coordinator. That's right. The Lions have added Rose Pest Solution to their roster to keep the stadium pest-free. A veteran move, considering Rose has been chalking up wins against pests for more than 160 years. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Contact the pros at Rose, 800-966-ROSE, or rosepestsolutions.com.
No, it's DR Trailer. That's their name.
Yeah, I get it. No need to spell it. Dr. Trailer.
It's DR Trailer Sales. But hey, we don't really care what people call us. Just make sure they call us.
Welcome back, everybody. Time now for Lions head coach Dan Campbell, brought to you by Henry Ford Health, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs. Final preseason game coming up. But, Coach, let me go back again. I think it's important to talk about what you guys got in this week. We won't see your starters in this game today, but they got in some great work against a really good team from Houston this week.
They did. It was work that we were looking forward to. That's a good opponent over there. They got really talented roster. Their scheme is a little different than ours, particularly defensively. It's more penetrating up the field. And if you haven't seen that in a while, it's difficult. So that's great for us in camp to get that look. Green Bay's a little more like that. So it was a really good test for us. I feel like we got better and learned a few things that we didn't know before.
You know, I think we all know as fans of this game, there's some tough days coming up where you've got to cut this roster down. Just your appreciation for every guy that has been putting in work from the offseason through right now and what they've given you.
Yeah, I appreciate all those guys. I mean, there's nothing easy about what they do, what they go through. I mean, they're trying to live their dream. You know, this is why they do it, and you know, they pour their heart and soul out to this, and for the ones that don't make it, you feel like the Grim Reaper. So it's difficult, but I do appreciate them. Always will.
How tough is this on you, your staff, Brad, and his staff, mentally, physically, over the next 3-4 days?
Yeah, I mean, this is a taxing time. You know, you just want to make sure you're making the right decisions for the long haul. That's what it is. I mean, so much of it is, of course, now, but it's also you're trying to project into November. Like, where are we going to be at November? Where could we be? What would the roster look like if this happened or if this happened? And so that plays into it too. It's taxing, but look, it's nothing like what some of these players got to go through if they don't make it.
And here's one of the good things about the job that Brad and his staff are doing, the job that you and your staff are doing, and the job these players are doing. They've made this tough on you. These decisions are not easy.
No, for sure, man. I mean, Brad and the personnel department have been the amount of talent and players that man have the ability to develop and do different jobs is it's outstanding. I mean, he has. I mean, and you look at where we've come to from 2021. I mean, we've elevated the roster to a point, you know, to where, you know, it's a good thing. I mean, we have certainly raised the floor with where we're at, and that's a credit to Brad.
And a chance today for guys to continue to make an impression on you. We were talking a moment ago about that defensive line, and there's a chance for guys to get a little more separation today by going out with a good effort.
That's what you're looking for. You want the separation, right? You want the guy who's going to take that next step and really solidify what you think he can be, or really catch your eye one more time and say, you know what, this guy just continues to make plays. So how do you ignore that guy? I mean, the lights come on and all of a sudden he makes plays again. It's hard to ignore that. So that's what we're looking for.
That receiver room is fun to watch as well. It was already good coming in, but man, with the way those three rookies have played, a couple of draft picks and Meeks as well, I'm guessing you've had a lot of conversations about that group.
We have. I feel like it's the deepest receiver group we've had in training camp since I've been here. It's a good group, man. Those young receivers, it's a really good crop. I think they're all pretty smart, man. They're crafty. They're pretty aware, and they make plays. So, looking forward to watching those guys go tonight.
Quarterback, Kyle get the start. Hendon will come in after him. Where Kyle's concerned, just a matter of continue to do what he's been doing, keep growing, and Hendon just clean up some of it and build on the good things that he's done.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. Kyle's had a really good camp, and minus the Charger game, but he cleaned all that up, and we really feel like he's been functioning at a pretty high level. And Hooker, this is a chance to build off of really last week's game. The way he finished it, minus that tough pick, it was pretty good in that 2 minutes. So we just want to see that, man, is there growth? Is there going to be growth that takes place from last week to this week in this game?
A final thing, and I feel we talk about it all the time, but it is that time of year, special teams. Coach Phipp's going to have an eye on what happens today. You'll have an eye on what happens today, and that can be something that separates a guy.
It always is, special teams, because if you can play teams, you're going to play a minimum of probably 20, 25 plays in a game already. We're not even talking about offense or defense. So there's a role for those guys if we can find them.
There is. Lions head coach Dan Campbell. Final preseason game coming up. We are counting you down to kickoff as they will take on the Texans today. We're going to step aside. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
This is injury attorney David Femininio. After an auto, truck, or motorcycle accident, your job should be to rest and heal. My job is to fight for the money you deserve. I won't let the insurance company pay 1 cent less than you're entitled to. You deserve better, and I'll make sure you get it. Call me at 855-65-CRASH or go to my website, getdavidgetpaid.com. Together, we'll get you the compensation you deserve.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
For 120 years, Ford has been committed to doing the right thing for America. And we're not going anywhere. That's why Ford assembles more vehicles in the U.S. than any other automaker and employs the most hourly auto workers in the country. That's not a boast. It's a pledge to the Americans who drive our vehicles and the capable people who build them, because our values can't be offshored. We do it for the people who make America. Workers, farmers, first responders, communities. As long as America depends on them, they can depend on us. Ford Motor Company. From America, for America.
Based on S&P Global Mobility Calendar Year 2024 U.S. light vehicle production data. Assembled in the USA with domestic and foreign parts. Based on 2024 year-end hourly employment data.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. Grit, honesty, hustle. These things are important to me. And that's why I partnered with the Bernsteins. They work quickly to make things right after an accident. They do it with compassion and integrity, and they do it for Michigan families like yours. That's why calling Sam is the best call you can make if you're injured in an accident. The Bernsteins, great family, great lawyers. If you're injured in an accident, get the Bernstein Advantage.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Craving big flavor? Tubby's has the subs you love, and they're stacked high with the good stuff. Try a grilled chicken and cheddar or our famous steak and cheese. Tubby's Sub Shops.
The Detroit Lions pregame show on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Closing in on kickoff here at Ford Field as the Lions get ready to face the Texans. Final preseason game for both of these teams. So many roster decisions that have to be made. We'll get to those coming up in just a second. Let's get to the injury report brought to you by Synergy Health Partners. Smarter ortho and spine care, no runaround. And the word we got this week, Lomas, not good on Josh Paschal. Originally, they said he was going to be back in September. Dan Campbell says now it looks like it's going to be a little while longer. You hate to hear that because he's a guy that gives them some versatility, and he's a guy that they were figuring into that mix. Now we don't know when he'll be back.
Yeah, the only good thing about that is the coach did say that group has some depth to it. So it's other guys that can kind of step up, kind of take his place until he's able to get back. But that was definitely a setback to hear that he wouldn't be back on the time frame that was given to us earlier.
Well, you look at that, and all of a sudden, as we get to starting lineups presented by Austin Benefits, do you have benefits broker that plays to win? Well, you could. Visit austinbenefits.com. You know, that starts to put guys like Miles Adams, Chris Smith, Pat O'Connor, Keith Cooper, Broderick Martin, gives them an opportunity to maybe take a step up, but you got to take advantage of it here. A guy like O'Connor, they know what he can do, but some of the younger guys, you need to show this coaching staff, again, maybe one final time today, put it in their mind what you can do.
The most telling thing that what came out the conversation with Coach Campbell is he said it's going to be some guys that play in this game today that need reps. You know, that need to get good reps. They made the team, but they still need to get good reps out there. And that was important. That was important to hear him say that because, again, those younger guys, he's expecting them to be able to step up just in case we go through a year like we went through last year.
And that's where I was going next, Lawrence. This is a great point because you start to think about what they went through last year. Coach mentioned it this week. Part of what they have to do over the next couple of days is how many receivers? How does that impact how many safeties? How does that impact how many corners? How does that impact how many defensive linemen, offensive linemen? Everything you do, the numbers at that position impact the numbers at another position. And so much of what they ultimately do will be based on depth because he said what they went through last year left a mark. Yeah, because it's all about depth.
It has to be, Dan. We always say it's not about your starting 22 guys. I mean, you're starting 11 on offense and defense. It's about those other 22, those other guys, because in this game of football, we all know injury is the unfortunate part about this game, and it's going to happen. So what do those guys do when you lose a starter and you have to put another guy in there? Can they keep that level of play at a certain level?
I think two guys we're going to see today early in this game give them a little bit of confidence going forward. One of them, Colton Pouncey mentioned, that's Rock Yassin, and the other one, Zach Cunningham. Two guys that have played a lot of snaps in this league that are veterans. One slots in at linebacker, one slots in at safety. You could throw Avonte Maddox in there as well in the secondary. Guys that have played, I think that makes them feel a little bit better about if something happens to one of their frontline guys, they'll be fortified in the back end.
Yeah, they should be. And to your point, I'll look at the offensive line. Kingsley, Egwakin. He's going to be important. We see Graham had a few. We don't know what it is, but Graham has an injury he's dealing with. So who do you move in that center position? I mean, that has to be a question.
I think it'd be your Gator over there.
It has to be, but no experience,
not knowing what Tristan Cologne's situation is and when he could be back. But certainly when you see Graham go off the practice field, and we hope and don't know anything about it yet, but we hope he's okay. It's like, okay, well, who's the center? Who's the backup center? And they have to be able to answer that question. And that's where maybe everybody else in the league. And we've already seen 5 or 6 trades in the last 3 or 4 days this week.
Great point.
Between teams that maybe feel like they got a surplus somewhere, and somebody says, hey, we could use one of those. Let's get a swap going. We've seen Brad Holmes do that late in camp as well. So there could certainly be some things that are brewing outside of what we see here right now. The guys we see here today, both playing and not playing, might not be the full composition of this roster when it's ultimately said and done.
And vice versa. I mean, we let guys go. This is a very good team we have, so maybe these guys they're letting go. These might be good guys. Let's see. Let's kind of pluck these guys that the Lions are losing. So you're right. It goes both ways.
Yeah, and that's one thing we talked to Colton Pouncey about is part of the conversation about who they let go is, can we get them back?
Yes.
Can he get through waivers? Can we get them back? You don't know for sure, but you have to take your best guess, and that's part of what they'll be grinding on over the next couple of days once they go through this game film as the Lions take on the Texans. That's what we're getting ready for, preseason action here in downtown Detroit. We'll step aside on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Hi, Matt Garco here with Bill Brown Ford. Metro Detroit has a lot of winning teams, and our team at Bill Brown Ford is no different. We have been the #1 Ford dealer in the country for 4 years and counting. When you work with Bill Brown Ford, you will always work with the same sales professional from start to finish, which takes the stress out of buying your new Ford. Our team has so many 5-star reviews that we've lost count. Buy or lease your next Ford from the winning team at Bill Brown Ford, or visit us online at BillBrownFord.com.
#1 Ford dealers based on Ford's new total retail sales reports for 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024.
Are you flying out of Detroit Metro Airport and need a convenient place to park? U.S. Park on Middlebelt is known for having the best parking service at Detroit Metro Airport. Board one of our new spacious shuttles, and our friendly drivers will transport you quickly and safely to your terminal. You can even save money by reserving online at our website, us-park.com. That's us-park.com. Reserve your spot now and save. Put it in park with U.S. Park.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. I know from experience, a football team is like a family. You trust each other. You support each other. You rely on each other. That's how it is in life, especially when you've been hurt in an accident. You don't call just anyone. You turn to family for help when you're injured. And everyone knows the Bernsteins will treat you like family. And you can trust them like family. They're Michigan's first family of law for a reason. Get the Bernstein advantage. After all, we're all family around here.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Football is finally back. Score all the deals at Buffalo Wild Wings this season before, during, or after the games. Get into your closest B-dubs for happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, or late night happy hour 9 p.m. to close, 7 days a week. Sign up for our Blazin' Rewards loyalty program and receive exclusive offers just for being a member. Visit BuffaloWildWings.com to find your nearest location.
The best contractors, the best electricians, period. That's what the National Electrical Contractors Association, NECA signatory contractors, and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW Local 58, bring to each and every job. Quality work rooted in consistent and ongoing training means you get the most productive contractors with the most productive workforce for your commercial, public, industrial, or residential project. You can count on the NECA IBEW team. Licensed, trained, competent, productive. Visit poweringmichigansfuture.com today. The best contractors, the best electricians, period.
Keep your summer fun going in a new Toyota Camry, America's best-selling car. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through September 2nd, get 4.99 APR financing on any new 25 Camry. Or lease a new Camry LE for just $279 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details. Or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
We pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Detroit Lions radio network.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey Sports Station.
This is Detroit Lions football on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Max Brook Real Estate, Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Henry Ford Health, Delta Dental, Wallside Windows, Fago, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Serta Mattresses, Corwell Health, Birmingham Plumbing, Verizon, ABC Warehouse, Amish Direct Furniture, Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, Blue Flame Propane, U.S. Park, Buffalo Wild Wings, Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical, and by the Ford Motor Company.
Now, here are the voices of Detroit Lions football. Dan Miller, Lomas Brown, and TJ Lang.
So here we go. Final preseason game coming up for the Lions. We will take a break, come right back with the opening kickoff here momentarily. Great to have you with us. Lions and Texans on tap on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
Looks like I found my true north.
Your true north is in the water hazard?
It's not where my shots fly, Bob. It's how my spirit soars when I'm up here.
Discover your true north moment on the 3 championship courses of Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Bob, lend me a ball?
No. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. No truer north.
McLaughlin's annual Labor Day sale is on now. Stop by McLaughlin's Home Furnishing Designs and save 25 to 50% off store-wide. Act now and take an extra 5% off. Plus, McLaughlin's will even pay your sales tax or provide 12 months financing. McLaughlin's, feel the difference and make it yours with quality, American-made furniture during the Labor Day sale at McLaughlin's in Novi, Utica, and Southgate. McLaughlin's, a family-owned business for 72 years, committed to quality home furnishings and great customer service.
BetMGM, proud partner of the Detroit Lions, is ready for football season. Want to join the fun? Download the BetMGM app to get started and place your bets with us all season long. Whether you're cheering on the Lions at the stadium or watching the game at home, you'll always be able to get in on the action with the BetMGM app. There's nothing better than a Lions win, and there's nothing like the thrill of winning at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app today. Experience football season like never before. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 plus to wager. Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help.
Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is ready to tackle your plumbing and HVAC needs. Don't let your home team run cold this winter. Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has you covered. Get winning solutions for your heat and furnace issues from a trusted choice in residential services. Meet the team to beat at BirminghamPlumbingCO.com. That's BirminghamPlumbingCO.com. Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your Detroit boiler experts.
Red, white, and blue trucks are on the way. Birmingham Plumbing will save the day.
Touchdown your logistics game with CMAC Transportation. Reliable trucking, expert warehousing, and unbeatable service. Just like the team in the D on a winning drive. Visit CMACTransportation.com today.
Down to the field we go for the coin toss, brought to you by Hatfield Foods. Better care, better pork. Visit simplyhatfield.com. Our referee today, Clay Martin. He's got the players at midfield.
Good afternoon, fellas, and welcome to the final week of the preseason. It's an honor to work for you today. This is our coin. Heads and tails. Heads and tails. It's your call. Heads. Heads is the call. It is heads. They're going to defer. You want the ball. Which way are we going to kick? Stay exactly where you're at, please. Houston won the toss and will defer to the second half. The Lions will receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
So there you heard it. Houston wins the toss. They defer. Lions will get the football first. That means that Kyle Allen will lead that offense out on the field. We anticipate seeing him for a series or two, maybe for the first quarter, and then Hendon Hooker will take it the rest of the way. These two teams have been together all week. We saw them at a joint practice on Thursday, then the game today. Both these teams headed towards some tough decisions as they work their way through the weekend after this and to Tuesday's deadline. We got to have that roster down to 53 players and then name your 16-man practice squad after that. It's a good team from Houston. That's one of the things Dan Campbell talked about. One of the reasons he really wanted to have that joint practice with them is that they're a really well-coached team, a very good team. This is the third year for DeMeco Ryans as head coach with the Texans. He's been to the playoffs in each of his first 2 years. They've won a playoff game in each of his first 2 years. So they're a team that fancies themselves one that can go deep, possibly even a Super Bowl contender out of the AFC in this coming season. So this is a good matchup for the Lions this week in terms of what they got out of those joint practices, as you heard Dan Campbell talk about in the pregame show. And also today, look, they've got depth. The Lions have got depth. Now that depth will go head-to-head as these guys fight for jobs in the National Football League. It is a rough 72 hours coming out of this for the coaches, for the personnel staffs. It is rough mentally. It is rough physically. There are long hours going over this game tape and then deciding which players comprise the best roster you can possibly put together. So, final chance for a lot of these guys to put their tape out there, if not for the team they're playing for now, then for every other general manager in the league whom I guarantee you will be watching what they do out there today. So here's the opening kickoff, brought to you by Wallside Windows, Michigan's leader in replacement windows for over 80 years. Sailors back deep for the Lions, along with Grant Stewart. We are ready to go here in Detroit. Here's the run-up and the kick. It is a line drive that will be taken by Stewart at the 1-yard line. Back to the 10, to the 15. Cuts right at the 20, out to the 25, to the 30. There he goes. Across the 40 to the 45-yard line and out to the 47. Grant Stewart just a step away from breaking that one. That's a 45-yard kickoff return. And what a story he's been in this preseason. Fumbled that opening kickoff in the Hall of Fame game, but this coaching staff is stuck with him. And you saw right there what they see in him. He is a bowling ball coming downhill, man. And he opened that up with a big return to start this game. And it is Kyle Allen out there starting at quarterback for the Lions. Craig Reynolds in there running back as they take over at their own 45-yard line. Good field position to start this game. Allen moves in behind center. He'll take the snap directly from Kingsley Agwakin. There's the snap. Allen's got it, gives to Reynolds. Reynolds slips one tackle, not the second. Hit right at the line of scrimmage and taken down. May have lost a half yard there. Jake Hansen, the first man in there for Houston. First quarter sponsored by Hungry Howie's Pizza. For flavor as bold as going forward on fourth down, order Hungry Howie's flavored crust pizza today. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Lions. Allen's going to work out of the gun. He's got Reynolds to his right. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. 4 across the front for Houston, 2 deep safeties. Allen's going to hand it off to Reynolds. Reynolds, not much. Does get across the line of scrimmage to the 47-yard line. Picked up 2 on the play.
Dan, I would think you would see a lot of running with Kyle Allen in there. Give that offensive line a chance to come off the ball. Give Reynolds and those running backs an opportunity to run those balls. Let's see what these guys could do when they keep their pad level down and keep those feet moving.
See what they dial up here on 3rd and 8. Lions from their own 47-yard line. Allen's going to work out of the gun. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Tight end is Zylstra. Tight to the line left side. There's the snap. Allen back. Blitz comes. Allen steps up. Looks. Going to get hit. Going to get sacked back at the 40-yard line. Taken down. Nice play. Tommy Taiji right there with the sack. Loss of 7 on the play. So the big return does not net any results for the Lions, and they're going to have to punt it away after going 3 and out.
Yeah, you could tell this is the 3rd preseason game because, again, you've seen Houston dial up a little pressure there. Brought a little blitz pressure on Kyle Allen that time. So you'll see teams showing a little bit more since we're getting ready for the regular season.
Togi the sack. That brings out the Lions punting unit. Back deep, Justin Watson for Houston, standing on the 10-yard line to our left. Jack Fox is ready. There's the snap from Hatton. Fox has got it. Punts away, hangs it high. Watson to his left. It's going to let it hit the 10. It's going to be inside the 5. And it is going to be downed inside the 1, was it? Or did it go into the end zone? What do we got? The officials are discussing it. Nothing yet. Question is, inside the 1 or touchback? It's a touchback. So it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
On the field is a touchback.
Effort on that play.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Houston
going into
at the
the end
20-yard
zone. That was Jackson Meeks, the first one down there with a chance. He got to it just as it was about 6 inches from that end zone. Milwaukee jumped on top of it, but they said it was established in the end zone, so that'll give Houston the ball at their own 20-yard line. Graham Mertz is the quarterback. 6th-round pick in this past draft. Played at Wisconsin and at Florida. So far in the preseason, 9 out of 16, 25 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So here we come on 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Across the 20 and out to the 23-yard line. Damian Pierce on the carry. Picked up 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah. The interesting group for us to watch on the defensive side of the ball today, I think, is that front line. Coach Campbell talked about the depth that we have on that front line. Let's look to see if anybody jumps off from that front line.
2nd down and 7. Houston from their own 23-yard line. Mertz wants to throw, does over the middle. Nice delivery that time. It is caught up the left sideline. Xavier Hutchinson with it across the 40, 45-yard line and driven out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So a nice gain there. Rock Yassin made the tackle, but a 23-yard connection and a 1st down for Houston.
Yeah, that time we brought our linebackers too. So you see both defenses, they're trying to heat up these quarterbacks. We brought an extra linebacker. Again, he was able to, Graham Mertz was able to get the ball out of his hand. Nice completion, nice pickup from Houston.
So Houston now with a 1st down at their own 47-yard line. Mertz with an offset eye behind him. Deep back is Pierce. Mertz changing the play at the line. Lions stacking that front. Got 5 men across. They give it to Pierce. Pierce finds a little cutback lane. Gets to the 50-yard line. Gain of 2 or 3 depending upon the spot there. And that'll bring up now 2nd down for the Lions. Trevor Nowaski made the stop for Detroit.
I tell you what, those one thing I've noticed about Calvin Shepard's defense is those linebackers, they're playing downhill. They're close to the line of scrimmage and they're coming.
That's one thing they want to do is get those guys moving towards that line. 2nd down and 8. Houston from their own 49. They give it to Pierce again. Pierce is hit as he gets to midfield, leans into Lions territory. Miles Adams with the stop. Short gain. It's going to bring up now 3rd down for the Texans.
Yeah, nice job from Trevor Nowaski, too, just to kind of squeeze that down, Dan. It was a little hole there, but it was a nice job of him keeping his shoulders parallel and squeezing it down.
He got 1, so it is 3rd and 7. Texans from midfield. Out of the huddle and to the line. Mertz is going to work out of the gun. Lions show 4 across that defensive front, 2 deep safeties. There's the snap. Mertz back. Mertz looking, stepping up in the pocket. Mertz is going to run it. It's got the 1st down and more. Slides inside the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. Eric Hallett there to touch him as he slid down, but damage done. He gained 11 and moves the chains.
Smart play from Graham Mertz because we were in man defense that time, and anytime you're in man defense, the only person that isn't accounted for is the quarterback. So he just pulled it down and got what he could.
So Houston down to the Lion 39-yard line with a 1st down. Pierce the back in an offset eye behind Mertz. There's the snap. Give is to Pierce. Looks right. Cuts back left. Hit and taken down as he gets down to the 36-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. First man in for Detroit, Pat O'Connor. Veteran playing on that defensive line. It's going to be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, he was the guy I thought we would be able to count on a lot, too, this year. Pat O'Connor played some good ball for us, but just hadn't heard his name a lot this preseason or during training camp.
I know Dave Phipp likes what he does on teams as well. He's a big dude that plays some teams.
Yes.
2nd down and 7. Houston, first possession for them. They're at the Lion 36. Mertz works out of the gun, hands it to Pierce. Pierce finds some room up the hash on the left side. Down to the 30-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 1 and a gain of 6 on the play.
Nice job from Damian Pierce that time to kind of just let the blocks develop, and he had a two-way goal. Nice job of sticking his foot in the ground, looking backside, and picking up that yardage.
5 carries, 15 yards. So that sets up a 3rd and 1 for Houston from the Lion 30. Mertz up under center, single back Pierce. Mertz turns, gives to Pierce. Pierce leaps trying to get the 1st down. He didn't get it. He's going to be a half-yard shy. Met right in midair by that Lion defense. A nice play to prevent him from getting the yardage they needed. So it'll be 4th down, and Houston will go for it.
Yeah, just nice job of bringing your friends to the party. Just stacking it up. Everybody kept their gap integrity. It was really nowhere for Pierce to go.
Really, a lot of hats to the football that time. Stewart in there for the Lions, among others. Miles Adams there, too. So it is 4th and a half yard for the Texans from just inside the Lion 30. They need the 29. They hand it off to Pierce with a flag down. Play is dead. It's going to be a false start against the Texans.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense number 83. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
That will bring out the kicking unit for the Texans. After the penalty called.
Yes. We seen a lot of yellow last week. A lot of yellow was on that field last week.
Let's hope we don't have that again.
Yes.
Fairbairn comes out to attempt the field goal. He's the veteran. Really solid kicker for the Texans. It'll be the punter, Tommy Townsend, to hold. It's going to be a 53-yard attempt, hash mark left side. There's the snap, spot, kick away. It is up, and it is good. Right down the middle for Fairbairn. So Houston's on the board first. It is the Texans leading the Lions by a score of 3-0. 7:12 to go here in the first quarter. On a Saturday afternoon in downtown Detroit, preseason finale for both of these teams. We'll step aside. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
In a heartbeat, a horrifying crash can shatter your life forever. Dreams crushed, careers vanish. The excruciating pain never ends. Your spouse watches helplessly as medical bills destroy everything you built. Your suffering is real. Your family deserves better. I'll fight with everything I have for you.
Call Jim Adler now. 713-777-4000.
Houston. Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
All right, back here at Ford Field, 3-0 Texans on top, 7:12 to go in the first quarter. Today's game brought to you by the Ford Motor Company, the official automotive company of the Lions Radio Network. Lions set to get it for the second time today. Back deep, Lovett and Sailors. So we saw the big return by Stewart, but one thing Dan Campbell said to us a couple weeks ago was he wanted to see Lovett in the return game, and he's got him back there right now.
No, he loves what they see, that versatility that he gives them. He knows he could be a weapon on the special teams. So, yes, they want to give him plenty of opportunities.
7th-round draft pick out of Georgia, back deep to take the kick from Fairbairn. It is a line drive that is going to be taken by Lovett. Up the numbers at the 20, 25 to the 30. With a flag down, he gets out to the 33-yard line. So we will check on the flag. It's going to be a hold against the Lions, according to our referee, Clay Martin. So that will cost them field position. And back will come Kyle Allen. We anticipate maybe 2 possessions for Allen
holding.
today.
Receiving team number 40. 10-yard penalty. It's first down.
Penalty called against the Lions. So that will back it up to the 25-yard line. You can take your pick. Was it Zach Horton or Luke Barku?
I'll take Luke.
You take Luke?
I'll take Luke.
I'll take Zach just so we keep it even. I don't want anybody getting mad at us. They're going to move it back to the 15-yard line after the penalty. That's where the Lions will take over. Allen in behind center. Kingsley Ogwuakin getting the start there today. Single back is Reynolds. Kennedy in motion to the left side. Allen gives it to Reynolds, tries to bounce it outside right, spins right into a tackler at the 16-yard line, gains 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. First man in, D'Angelo Ross. Not much in the running game for the Lions so far.
You're right. And at that time, Craig tried to bounce it outside, but that was just an unblocked guy. So that lets you know you need to just probably try to keep it up between the tackles because there's nobody out there to block that end guy.
3 carries, 3 yards for the Lions so far in this one. 2nd down and 9 from their own 16. First quarter down 3-0. Kyle Allen takes the snap, play action fake, sets in the pocket, looks, now throws, got to complete. That's Reynolds across 25's got the first down out to the 28-yard line. Good work by Reynolds that time. Brought down in the secondary by M.L. Stewart, put a gain of 12 on the play.
And Dan, just that subtle little move actually helped him get that first down because he might have been a yard short. So just him sticking his foot in the ground, making that subtle move, gave him that extra yard or two to get the first down.
Had to make a man miss, and he did it.
Yeah.
Lions now with a 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Allen out of the gun. There's the snap back to throw. Looking left, throwing left. Complete. Tom Kennedy shoved out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Jalen Smith forced him out.
You know what? He's like a pair of old shoes that you look for all the time. You know, when you go in the closet, them comfortable shoes, you know where they're going to be at, and you know what you're going to get out of those old shoes. That's Tom Kennedy.
Kennedy makes the catch for 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Lions from their own 33. Allen again out of the gun. Reynolds to his left. Allen's got it, wants to throw again. Allen back, looking left, flares it out. It's got Reynolds. Reynolds needs to beat a man. Does catch to the inside. Cross the 35 to the 40 and take it down at the 41-yard line. Good work after the catch that time by Reynolds to gain 8 yards and get the first down. Derek Bennett made the stop, but the key thing is making a couple men miss along the way, and in so doing, picking up the first down.
And Dan, I want to give Manu some credit that time. Nice one-on-one block. The guy tried to spin move on Manu. He was right there. So great pass protection from the young fella.
Gio Manu getting the start at left tackle for the Lions. 41 gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds over the right side. Gets to the 45-yard line. 4-yard gain on first down. Brought down by Casey Tuhill. That'll set up a 2nd and 6.
So, Dan, do you think that Craig Reynolds is one of those players that Coach was talking about that know he's going to make the team but has to get good reps out here today? Want to see him get good reps out here today?
I would assume all of that is true.
Yeah.
I would assume all that's true. They know exactly what they're getting out of Craig Reynolds on special teams and what they can get out of him on offense if they're pressed into duty. On 2nd down, they give it to Sailors, who checked into the game. He just kind of moves the pile along with that offensive line across the 45, 46, 47, 48-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Sione Vaki not playing today. He's injured, so that factors into things as well, and we have an injured Texan down on the field.
And we kind of like Sailor, too. He's a guy that, to me, kind of jumped off. He's a guy that's done some nice things when he's been given the opportunity.
Jake Hansen, the injured player. He's a linebacker for the Texans. Their medical staff out to take a look at him. We will take a break. It's 3-0 Houston on top. 3:58 to go first quarter on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happening to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler. The Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
All right, injury timeout a moment ago brought to you by Henry Ford Health, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs. Jake Hansen up off the field under his own power, being checked out over on the Houston sideline. Lions, meanwhile, as we get back to the action, looking at a 3rd and 3 just across their own 48-yard line. Sailors checks in at running back. He's to the left of Kyle Allen, the quarterback back in the gun. Allen looking over that defense. Now he leans in. There's the snap on 3rd down. Allen back. Allen throwing right side. It is caught. That is Isaac Tesla with the catch. Down to the 44-yard line with a 1st down. Nice delivery by Allen that time. Slide and catch by Tesla. Good for 8 and a 1st down.
And I talked about this a lot last week. His route running is just improving each and every game. Seems like each and every practice. That's where he gets his separation from the defender off of his route running.
1st and 10 Lions now at the Houston 44. Down 3-0 in the first. Allen takes the snap, turns, gives to Sailors over the right side. Good hole inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. Good run by Jacob Sailors that time. Gain of 7 on the play. Like the way that right side opened it up for him, Lomas.
Yes, sir. Then you got Big Dan Skipper over there, a veteran lineman for us, doing his job, keeping those feet moving. And if you give any of our backs just a little crevice, they're going to exploit it.
2nd down and 3 for the Lions from the Houston 37. Single back Reynolds. Allen takes, turns, gives to Reynolds, looks left, Pete's back right. Nice cut back that time. Got him the 1st down as he dives down to the 33-yard line. Just a heads-up run by Reynolds that time, maximizing what was there, getting 4 yards.
Yeah, he just looks like a clone of David Montgomery to me. I mean, look like those guys could be cloned. How they run the ball, how they make those subtle moves, but how they're always leaning forward, too.
Deepest penetration of the day for the Lions now. 10th play of this drive coming up. It is 1st and 10 from the 33 of Houston. Under 2 to go first quarter. Lions down 3-0, but on the move. Allen back, wants to throw, does. Right side, deep, wants Tesla. Got him inside the 5. End zone touchdown, Detroit Lions. That was beautiful. Allen with a terrific throw. Tesla just ran right under it. 33 yards on the connection.
Dan, the timing of that throw. I mean, that ball was out before Isaac was looking for the ball. And Kyle just did a great job of just laying it up there. And like you say, letting the young man just run up under it.
D'Angelo Ross in coverage that time, but Tesla had him beat down the right side. And man, oh man, has this guy been everything they could have hoped for and more. Just getting a glimpse in the preseason.
Those 3 third-round picks, they were worth it.
Jake Bates for the extra point. It is up and it is good. So it is now the Lions 7 and Houston 3. Lions on top in this one. Houston will have it when we come back. Beautiful connection from Allen to Tesla to get the Lions on the board. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps home buyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at truist.com/make your move. Truist.com/make your move. Or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist Bank is an equal housing lender.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happened to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Time for an NFL scoreboard update from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. Ravens all over the Commanders, 27-3 at the break. No Lamar Jackson, no Jaden Daniels, but Cooper Rush, 5 for 5. Dearness Johnson, Rasheen Ali combined for 75 yards on the ground in half number 1. Sam Hartman for Washington, 2 interceptions. Back to Dan and Lomas.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. 7-3 here. Lions on top, 1:52 to go in the first quarter. Lions set to kick it off. Powell and Marks back deep for Houston. See what kind of kickoff Jake goes with here. Does he drive it down to the 1? Does he try to get it on a line drive? These are things we're going to be watching in the regular season as this new rule really comes into view. Goes for hang time. Gets it down to the 2-yard line. That is going to be taken by Powell up to the 20. Powell to the 25. Powell trying to get outside of the 30. There he goes, being chased up the right sideline and finally shoved out of bounds. Isaac Tesla was giving chase out there, but it's a big return for Houston across the 50 and down to the 49-yard line of Detroit. So that will give Dave Phipps some tape to look at. It's a 49-yard return.
And it was like one missed tackle. It was one missed tackle, and he was able to pick up those big yards. And Coach Phipps said that.
All the way across the field. Don't like to see that. Pierce, the running back, next to Mertz, the quarterback. Mertz is going to work out of the gun. There's the snap. Mertz back and looking. Throws middle. Caught inside the 40 and down to the 37. Good grab out there that time. Catch made by Jaden Higgins, rookie wide receiver for these Texans.
That was a nice throw, too, from Graham Mertz that time. He was able to step into the throw, so we need to get a little bit more pressure on this young man.
Texans down 7-3, but at the line 37 with a first down. Mertz changing the play at the line. Pierce the single back behind him. Mertz takes, tosses Pierce, trying to get outside left, finds a lane, gets down to the 35-yard line. Zach Cunningham rides him down there. It's a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And again, Dan, we talked about contain for our defense is something that they really have to work on. That was a nice job for the corner to come up and support the run, keep that outside shoulder free, and force everything back to the inside.
2nd down and 8. Houston from the Lion 35-yard line. Mertz moves in behind center. Higgins in motion to the right side. Single back is Pierce. Mertz takes, play action fakes, sets deep in a clean pocket. Now he's got to roll to his right, still rolling, still looking. Now he tucks it, and he's going to run down to the 28 and dive for the first down and he'll have it just inside the 20. A couple of times today he's used his feet, picked up first downs for Houston. That was a gain of 8.
And I hope that's something that Hendon is looking at and watching these guys while they're on the field. Again, you can move around in the pocket, but you just have to keep your eyes up downfield just in case you get that opportunity to throw the ball.
So that's going to do it. First quarter in the books. Lions lead it by a score of 7-3 as we head for the second on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
What does possibility mean to you?
That's a hard question.
Something that you can strive for.
That I'm able to do anything I set my mind to.
You're confident in yourself and you believe in yourself. Stuff that you could achieve.
I feel excited. Anything is possible when you're more confident.
Shoes are a huge part of that. They are the most important part of my style.
You can express yourself.
In the right shoes, anything is possible.
DSW, countless shoes at brag-worthy prices. Imagine the possibilities.
Wrecked after a head-on collision with an 18-wheeler? Broken. Out of work, bills piling up faster than a Texas tornado. And what's the insurance company doing? Looking into it. Looking into what? Their lunch plans? They've been looking into it for months while you're sitting here suffering. Enough is enough. I'm Bill Adler, the Texas Hammer. I don't just look into things, I tear them up. You've been through enough. It's time to make them pay. One call, no mercy. Let's get to work.
713-777-4000.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Start of the second quarter, story in that first quarter, that drive by the Lions. Let's look at it. Brought to you by Serta Mattresses. Be as comfortable in your Serta mattress as Kyle Allen was in the pocket on that drive. He was 5 out of 5 for 66 yards and a touchdown. In all, 85 yards, 10 plays. Allen to Tesla from 33 yards out. Right now, it's Houston with it as we start the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the Lion 26-yard line. Woody Marks checks in at running back. He's to the left of Mertz, who's going to work out of the gun. Mertz has got it, wants to throw, does right side, caught by Higgins. Runs out of bounds after the catch at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 coming up. Second quarter sponsored by Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. The red, white, and blue trucks are on the way.
Yeah, it wasn't much Khalil Dorsey could do that time. That was just a well-timed throw, well-timed route from the Texans.
2nd and 5 coming up. Mertz out of the gun. He's got it. Hands it off. That is Marks over the right side. Got down to the 19-yard line, then he got driven back that time. Grant Stewart in there. When he arrives with force and a lot of times a big crack of the shoulder back.
And what about bad intentions? He seemed like he
bad intentions. Game 2 on the play, so it is now 3rd and 3. Texans from the Lion 19. Lions lead it 7-3 here, second quarter. Out of the huddle and to the line. Mertz is going to work out of the gun. Ogunbowale in there running back. Mertz wants to throw. Does. Middle. Caught. 1st down, 15-yard line. Good grab that time. And a nice delivery. Gain of 4 on the play. Harrison Bryant, the tight end, with the grab.
And it was just simple. I mean, they just basically worked behind our linebackers. He found the soft spot. Graham Mertz put a nice pass on him.
7-3 Lions. Houston on the move. 1st down at the Lion 15-yard line. Marks the single back behind Mertz, who's up under center. Hurts takes the snap, sets in the pocket, wants to throw, stepping up. Now he throws, got to complete. That is Marks, the running back, down to the 10-yard line. Grant Stewart corrals him there, takes him down at the 9. Had some help from Zach Cunningham as well. Gain of 6 on the play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Lions Red Zone defense brought to you by Fago, the one true pop. So 2nd down and 4 coming up for Houston. 12:35 to go first half, 7-3 Lions. Texans trying to strike back here. Mertz moves in behind center from the 9-yard line. Marks the single back. They give it to him over the left side. Breaks the tackle inside the 5 to the end zone for the score. And Houston's back on top. 9 yards to the house. That time for Woody Marks.
Yeah, Keith Cooper had the first opportunity to add him, Dan. Nice job of them making Keith Cooper miss that time, and he was able to get in the end zone. But that's a play that you need to make if you're Keith Cooper.
Got good penetration, just couldn't finish the play that time. And ends up being a touchdown. Cooper is a guy that Dan Campbell has talked about a lot this preseason. Has really made an impression on this coaching staff.
Yes, he has.
Fairbairn with the extra point. Spot down, kick away. It is up, and it is good. And it is now Houston 10 and the Lions 7. 12:22 to go first half here at Ford Field. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps home buyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at truist.com/make your move. Truist.com/make your move. Or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist Bank is an equal housing lender.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at UnitedHealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
In a heartbeat, a horrifying crash can shatter your life forever. Dreams crushed, careers vanish. The excruciating pain never ends. Your spouse watches helplessly as medical bills destroy everything you've built. Your suffering is real. Your family deserves better. I'll fight with everything I have for you.
Call Jim Adler now. 713-777-4000.
Houston.
Here at Ford Field, 10-7, Houston on top after they go 50 yards in 8 plays, 4:30 off the clock. Marks with a 9-yard run. Set up by a 47-yard kickoff return by Houston. Lions set to get the kickoff now. Sailors and Lovett back deep. And we anticipate seeing Hendon Hooker at quarterback. Should be it for Kyle Allen, who has put a lock on that backup quarterback position behind Jared Goff. Fairbairn's got it on the tee. He's ready to go. A couple of steps in the boot. Sends it on its way. Line drive's going to be taken by Sailor's right side. Up the numbers. Now he cuts inside. Gets to the 25 and to the 28-yard line. Upended there. And that is where the Lions will take over, led by Hendon Hooker, who comes out And Lomas, we've talked about it.
Yes.
He needs to have himself a good day today. He needs to just go out there, execute, get people in the right position, make the plays that are available.
Take a deep breath. Don't let this game get too big for you, and go out there, trust your fundamentals, and trust what you've been doing the last couple of years. He just has to do that and relax.
Sailors, the single back behind Hooker, who moves in behind the center, Kingsley Agwakin. Hooker takes, play action fake, sets in the pocket, throws underneath, got it to Sailors. Sailors cuts it up to the 35 to the 40 and out to the 42-yard line. Good work that time after the catch by Sailors. Nice delivery by Hooker, and the Lions got a first down and a gain of 14 brought down by Trayvon Smith.
I love it, Dan. Something easy, little play action, drop back, 3 steps, just dump it off to the guy. I like that. I love it.
Colton Pouncey from The Athletic was with us in the pregame show and talked about the fact that Hooker's done a nice job during practice, just hasn't translated to the games. Well, he needs it today. On first down, they go on the ground. That is Sailors over the left side. Gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Sailors didn't get much that time, but that was the right cut. That was where he needed to be at. Didn't get a lot of yardage on there, but he made the right cut that time.
Got 4, so it is 2nd and 6 with 11:15 to go in the first half. Houston on top, 10-7. Hooker moves in behind center. Offset eye behind him. Horton the up back. Sailors the deep back. Horton shades it to the right side. They give it to Sailors over the left side. Gets to the 48-yard line where he is taken down. That's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Lions. Gain of 2.
An important drive, too. This is an important drive, not only for him and Hooker, but I just look at how he leads this group of guys, this second string unit. How do they respond when he's in the game behind them?
It is 3rd and 4. Lions from their own 48-yard line. Hooker's going to work out of the gun. There's the snap. Hooker back, looking, throwing right side. It is overthrown, intended for Ronnie Bell up the right sideline. And the Lions on 4th and 4 will send the punting unit out.
You got to give your guy an opportunity, Dan.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give him an opportunity.
It wasn't where he could get anywhere near the ball.
Nothing he could do with that. Yeah. Nice job from Manu, too. Giovanni Manu. Nice job of him in pass protection again. I like the way he's separating, sitting back, waiting on the guy, being patient, and using those big arms.
Watson back deep to take the punt from Fox. 4th and 4 for the Lions. There's the snap. Fox has got it, hangs it high. Watson calls for a fair catch, makes it at the 11-yard line, and that is where Houston will take over. They lead this one by a score of 10-7, 10-17 to go in the first half after a 41-yard punt and no return. We will step aside for a moment. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps home buyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at truist.com/make your move. Truist.com/make your move. Or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist Bank is an equal housing lender.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happened to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston. All right, back here at Ford Field, 10-7, Houston on top. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey Sports Station.
All right, here come the Texans now from their own 11-yard line. Graham Mertz has been the quarterback so far in this one, 5 out of 5, 52 yards. Going to hand it off to Marks, who gets outside left up to the 11, 12, 13 to the 14-yard line that time. Tackled by Trevor Nowoski, gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
And again, a nice job. Again, he wasn't involved in the play, but a nice play by Halleck to keep contained. Again, not letting those guys get outside and break contain on it. It was just a nice job. He didn't make the tackle, but he was responsible for helping that back turn back to the inside.
Trevor Nowoski's 4th tackle of the day there. 2nd down and 7 now. Houston from the from their own 14. Mertz, the quarterback, works out of the gun. There's the snaps. Got it, wants to throw. Mertz back, looking, throwing, middle, caught, Marks, the running back across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Should have enough for the 1st down. Stretched it out, got just enough. They'll move the chains. Grant Stewart made the stop for Detroit.
Yeah, Dan, that time, you could kind of see what they're going to do with Rocky Scene. I mean, again, that time he was down in the box next to the linebacker, so you can see he's going to be in the box some. He's going to be deep. It's just he's going to be in a lot of different positions on this defense.
Houston with a 1st down now from their own 21. Mertz, play action fake, boots right, throws, got it complete. It is caught over the right side, across the 25 to the 30-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play that time. Jacob Johnson, the fullback, with the catch. So that's going to make it 2nd down and 1 coming up for the Texans. A special guest in the booth we're going to get to in one moment. 2nd down and 1. Texans just across their own 30-yard line. Mertz is going to work out of the gun. Marks to his left on 2nd down and 1. There's the snap. Mertz gives it to Marks, hesitates, finds a little cut back over the left side, gets the 1st down out the 33 to the 34-yard line, brought down by DJ Miller. Pleasure to welcome into the booth Jay Batt. He is the athletic director at Michigan State University. Great to see you here, sir. How you doing?
Thanks so much, Dan. I'm so glad to be here.
It's great to have you. Look, you've been on the job since June. How's life as a Spartan?
Couldn't be any better, honestly. We're all undefeated. And at this point, I've really had a great couple of months here in Michigan. First day in Ford Field, so super impressed with the building and crowd, and so loud in here. It's awesome. But yeah, really enjoyed the first couple of months in Michigan. Been up and down the state and gotten to see so much of the beauty in here, and just the passion of our Spartans, and just how great of a state it is.
Mertz on 2nd down, delivers down the field. Grab is made by Cornell Powell across the 50 down to the 49. You are here because you're coming back.
That's right.
You're going to play the final game of the regular season schedule against the University of Maryland coming up later this year on November 29th here at Ford Field, in what has to be a wonderful opportunity for your players and your fans.
It's incredible. And, all the guys that come play football for the Spartans, they want to be here one day, right? And they want to play in these NFL venues. They want to be on these fields. And so it's a tremendous experience for them, tremendous opportunity. We've certainly done it before. A couple years ago, glad to be coming back. Certainly glad to have our fans coming back. Detroit's so important for us. We'll have 18,000 of our undergrads from Detroit when we're coming back for Thanksgiving break for them, and then of our 300,000 living alums in the state, over 100,000 of them are right here surrounding Detroit. And so we're really glad to be bringing this game to our fan base and our students here in Detroit.
Mertz goes incomplete on 1st down. It is 2nd down and 10. That's his first incomplete pass of the day, so it's 2nd and 10. Texans from the Lion 49-yard line. Mertz tosses it right side. That is Marks trying to get the edge. Not going to do it. Dragged down from behind. Good work by that Lion defense that time. Led by Mitch Agude. It's got to be a unique situation when you have 100,000 of your alums in these three counties around Metro Detroit. You've got obviously a huge standing around the state, but this allows you to really serve both sides of it.
Absolutely. This is, as our president said, part of being a Spartan is being around Detroit, right? And so it really matters to us between our partnership with Henry Ford Health, things we do with the Apple Development Center. We're integrated here in Detroit, and it's a big part of what we do. We also recruit really heavily here, right? Between our players, Nick Marsh is from here. You'll get to see him a bunch this season. Several other players are from here as well, and it's just great to have him back. And really, the last time we were here, it was loud, it was electric, and we're really hoping that it'll be that way again. Invite all of our Spartans, current, past, to come and join us for this game on Thanksgiving weekend.
Really cool. Mertz connects with Winfrey for a first down gain of 25 down to the Lions' 25-yard line now. So that's 1st and 10 Texans from the Lion 25. Ogunbowale, the running back, he is behind Mertz, who's up under center. Mertz takes, turns, gives to Ogunbowale, tries to get outside right. Agude giving chase. He's inside the 15, inside the 10, and down to the 8-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and goal for the Texans coming up. Year 2 coming up for Jonathan Smith.
Yes.
Year 1 is about getting your culture in place, and you have so many things that you have to do. What excites you about going into year 2 for him?
I think a couple things. One is just the confidence in the building, right? The coaching staff, the players. We're so far ahead of where we were at this time last year, just in install, scheme. We really prioritized retaining a lot of our talent, and we've been able to do that in the offseason. Also, invested in and have grown on the defensive and offensive line.
Mertz on 1st and goal throws right side, overthrows his intended receiver that time. Quintez Cephas, the former Lion, with his 2nd down coming up. And look, you touched on it at the beginning. Nice recruiting tool as well to be able to say, hey, we went and played in one of the nicest NFL stadiums in the league.
For sure. It means a lot to us. And, in this era of, kind of post-house settlement era, we're adding structure, transparency. And so things like this, playing in unique games, unique settings with great coaches and a great fan base, they really continue to add value to our recruiting, but also to our student-athlete experience.
2nd down and goal coming up from the Texans for the Lions' 6-yard line. Mertz is going to work out of the gun. He leans in. Mertz is going to deliver left side up, and the grab is made in the end zone for the touchdown. Quintez Cephas, the former Lion, with the grab, contested catch, and Houston extends their lead. It is now 16-7 on the connection from Mertz to Cephas. And I would imagine in this day, as we're talking to Jay Batt about Michigan State's upcoming football game that they'll be playing against the University of Maryland on November 29th here at Ford Field, you have to use your imagination to appeal to people in many different ways now with the state of athletics, because you're looking for any edge that you can get.
Sure, yeah, no doubt. And I think part of what's been so special this summer has been just experiencing what the Spartan family means, right? And that's the biggest edge for us, is just everyone cares so passionately about our teams, our players, our coaches, our place, and they're all pulling in the same direction. And that alignment, as college athletics is so changing, so different, so variable, that alignment, everyone pulling together, is really what makes the biggest difference for us.
Jay Batt, Vice President, Director of Athletics, Michigan State University. Extra point is blocked.
He didn't even kick it.
Something happened.
Yeah.
Bobbled, snap down on the ground, no points, so it remains 16-7. Can you hang with us for one moment?
You got it.
We'll come right back. We appreciate it, Jay Batt. We will continue to talk about that, and we will talk about when tickets, you can get them right now at fordfield.com for the Michigan State-Maryland game coming up in just a moment. Stick around. We'll continue our conversation right after this on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
In a heartbeat, a horrifying crash can shatter your life forever. Dreams crushed, careers vanished. The excruciating pain never ends. Your spouse watches helplessly as medical bills destroy everything you've built. Your suffering is real. Your family deserves better. I'll fight with everything I have for you.
Call Jim Adler now. 713-777-4000.
Houston.
Guys, Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Time for an NFL scoreboard update from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. Well, the Bears won the battle, but lost the war. Tension in the Windy City after just 22 yards on the first 2 drives from the offense. Ben Johnson says offensively, really sloppy football. Plagued us in and out of camp so far, and unfortunately, we got it here tonight. Caleb Williams, 11 for 15 for 113 yards in that one. Back to Dan Lomas.
All right, thank you. Kickoff here. Lions have Lovett and Sailors back deep. This is going to be Sailors who takes it at the 1-yard line. Cuts it up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, where he is taken down, and that's where the Lions will take over. Trayvon Smith made the tackle on special teams. 16-7, Houston on top. We're talking with Jay Batt. Big event coming up here at Ford Field, and what shapes up as a big weekend. Lions on Thanksgiving Day, high school championships on Friday, Michigan State, Maryland on Saturday, more high school championships on Sunday. That's going to be part of an incredible weekend here in downtown Detroit.
Absolutely, and so much of that kind of synergy around high school sports, pro sports, and obviously Michigan State here all throughout the state is really important, and we're glad to partner with Detroit and with the Lions. Certainly it stacks up to be a really great weekend.
And that is Jay Batt, the Vice President and Director of Athletics at Michigan State University. Lions keep it on the ground on first down. And that is Sailors out to the 27-yard line. So you've been in the ACC, you've been in the SEC. What are your impressions of the Big Ten?
I think it's the best country best conference in the entire country. We've got such great leadership in Tony Petitti, our commissioner, and just positioned so strongly with just the brands across the league, the markets we represent, kind of coast to coast, and really tremendous. I mean, I've been so impressed in my first 2 months with the league, its leadership, the folks that make it up, my colleagues as athletic directors, coaches, student athletes. It's been really good to be a part of, and looking forward to get it cranked up here this fall.
2nd down and 7. Here come the Lions. That is Sailors over the right side. Pushes the pile across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short. I imagine it did not take you long to understand the rivalry between Michigan State and Maryland, which you certainly already understood, being involved in college athletics for so long.
Absolutely. The rivals are what make it great. They're what make it great, and we're certainly glad to do our part in that.
You mentioned that Michigan State had also closed the season here in 2023 against Penn State. I would imagine, although you weren't here, it was the positive aspect of that experience that brings you back.
We got tremendous feedback from our fans. Certainly, I wasn't here, but our folks tell me that the building was electric. It was full. We had full of green, Spartans everywhere, and they were really positive about the experience. And so when we said we were coming back, our fan base has been really energized by that, and tickets are already on board, and we're selling even more today.
That's exciting, and they will be back as we have a flag down on the field. We'll get the call. Lions came up short on 3rd down on the Sailors' run.
On the offense, number 83 did not reset. Penalties decline. It's 4th down.
And the Lions are going to go for it on 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 1. The ball is sitting at the 33-yard line. They need the 34. So I think, Lomas, this is one of those situations where they know Jack Fox can punt the ball. Yeah, so let's see what the offense can do and let them go ahead and roll the dice out here and see what Hendon Hooker can do on 4th down. So it's 4th and 1.
A great thing, Dan, we hadn't seen a lot of that yellow out here today, so that's a good thing.
Saw too much of it last time.
Yes, we did.
Sailors the single back. 4th down and 1 for the Lions from their own 33. Movement up front.
Number 40. 5-yard penalty.
There's going to be a penalty against Zach Horton, and that will bring the punting unit out. So Horton jumps. That'll cost the Lions 5, and as they move that back, that'll bring Jack Fox out, and the Lions will punt it away. Jay, we're going to get a change of possessions here. Look, we can't thank you enough for stopping by. Thank you so much. We wish you the best of luck in your new position and with the Spartans, and it's going to be great to see them here as part of a huge weekend.
Well, can't wait to be back. Truly appreciate the hospitality today. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So thanks, fellas. Look forward to seeing you soon. Go Green.
Thank you so much. Jay Batt right there joining us, Vice President, Director of Athletics at Michigan State University. They will be facing the University of Maryland on November 29th to close out their regular season as part of a huge weekend in downtown Detroit. We talked about it. Lions on Thanksgiving, high school football Friday, Michigan State, Maryland on Saturday, and then high school football again on Sunday. Tickets right now, FordField.com. 46-yard punt, 2-yard return. Houston's got it back. They lead at 16-7, 2:36 to go in the half. We'll step aside. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
The greedy rideshare companies are hiring untrained drivers who operate unsafe vehicles, who put you and your family at extreme risk. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer. Rideshare companies can't be trusted. Rideshare companies are all about profits, not your safety. If you've been injured due to a rideshare company's recklessness, let me put you in the driver's seat and get you the money you and your family deserve. Call me now. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps home buyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at truist.com/make your move. Truist.com/make your move. Or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist Bank is an equal housing lender.
All right, back at Ford Field, 16-7, Houston on top. Today's game brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official health insurance provider of the Lions Radio Network. Houston's got it. They have scored on all 3 possessions today, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Graham Mertz been good at quarterback, 10 out of 12, 117 yards and a touchdown. For the Lions, Trevor Nowaski, 6 tackles. That's brought to you by Amish Direct Furniture. Check out Amish Direct's 15% off or more sale. Marks the running back. Mertz to throw. Does left side. It is caught across the 30 and out to the 34-yard line. Cornell Powell forced out. They're going to give him progress across the 35 and just shy of the 36-yard line. So that's a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Nice job of Allen George out there at the outside position to force him out after he caught the ball. Just a nice job again of fighting off the receiver that was blocking him and force him out.
And Houston in no rush. That's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning brought to you by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. Book your next vacation at grandtraverseresort.com. Once again, just repeating.
2-minute warning.
For our Spartan fans out there and college football fans, if you want those tickets, FordField.com for that regular season finale against the University of Maryland. That'll be right here on Thanksgiving weekend. We will take a break, come right back on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying.
From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
KFC presents a tale in the obsessive pursuit of flavor. Colonel Sanders spent decades perfecting his spicy wings and his fluffy potato wedges, but as soon as all of America fell in love with them, we took them off the menu. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense to us either. The Colonel lived, so we could chicken. Backed by obsessive demand, the bold flavor of KFC's spicy wings and fluffy potato wedges. Come and get them.
Prices and participation may vary, only available while supplies last.
It's 104 degrees, your flip-flops are melting, and even your shadow is looking for shade. Don't worry, Specs has the icy selection you need to frost your glass and forget the forecast. From crisp whites and rosés to sparkling seltzers, canned cocktails, and sippable summer slushes, Specs is where summer temps take a seat. Beat the heat with Specs, where your cooler's packed and your wallet's intact. Specs, the fun starts here.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With NFL Plus, keep the NFL in reach. Stream live out-of-market preseason games, live local and primetime games on mobile during the regular and postseason, and NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games. With NFL Plus Premium, watch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season on NFL Red Zone. And for a limited time, save 20% on an annual NFL Plus Premium subscription. Offer ends September 15th. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
2 minutes to go first half here. Houston's got it second down and 5 at their own 36. They lead it 16-7. Mertz is going to work out of the gun. Mertz leans in, takes the snap, wants to throw, does. Down the middle, it is caught across the 45 to the 46. Cornell Powell with another grab. It's another Houston first down, gain of 10 on the play. Houston not rushing here. They went back and huddled.
Yeah, got up there fast and went back in the huddle.
Not exactly the 2-minute urgency you expected to see, but we'll see what they do here. Clock moving down to 1:20. I thought they called timeout. They went back and huddled. There's Mertz taking the snap. He's back, throws it, is caught. That is the back with it. That is Marks across the 50 and down to the 47-yard line. Clock still moving down to 1:08. Gain of 7 on the play. Second down and 3 coming up. Mertz will take them straight to the line this time. As we move down to 1 minute to go in the first half. Houston leads by 9 and with it. There's the snap. Mertz to throw. Flags. Play is dead. Somebody must have jumped down there. Clay Martin, no referee.
False start. Offense number 65. It's a 5-yard penalty and second down. We'll now talk with both head coaches pertaining to the 10-second runoff.
Penalty called against Eli Cox. Copyright in this
Please set the game clock to 45 seconds. The play clock to 30, and both will start on my signal, please.
So Houston decides to
45 and 30 on the play clock.
Keep the timeout, let the 10-second runoff go off, so there's 45 seconds remaining. So after the penalty, it is 2nd down and 8. Houston from their own 48-yard line now. 45 seconds to go.
The clock was at 58. Let's go 48 on the game clock, 30 on the play clock.
So they'll add 3 to the clock. 48 seconds remaining. As Mertz works out of the gun. 16-7, Houston on top. They scrimmage from their own 48. There's the snap. Mertz back.
Another
I think the right tackle was out, right?
Yes, he was early.
It's going to be another false start against Houston.
False start. Offense number 68. It's a 5-yard penalty. 2nd down. Houston will take a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. It's 30 seconds.
Connor McDermott called for the penalty. Eli Cox was called for the penalty right before that. Houston had a choice there. They could burn one of their 3 timeouts or take the 10-second runoff. As you heard, they elected to utilize the timeout, so they've got 2 left. 43 seconds to go.
Game clock to 45 seconds. 45.
And it's 2nd and 13 as they're in reverse right now back at their own 43-yard line.
Man, that was just kind of a strange sequence just then because the trainers ran on because it was a timeout. Then they sent them back off. So this is just looking strange right now.
Yeah, well, 45 seconds to go. Houston's got 2 timeouts remaining. 2nd and 13 from their own 43. Back to the action we go. Mertz the quarterback. Woody Marks the running back to his left. There's the snap. Mertz back on the delay. Hands it to Marks. He is hit and taken down. Good work from behind that time by Trevor Nowoski. And there's another penalty marker. Man, we were doing so well. We were doing so well. Clay Martin will give us the call. I mean, this first half was flying. Now 3 penalties in the last 3 plays. That a hold against Houston?
They're
going over and talking to Houston's sideline again. D'Amico Ryans might have to make that choice between, again, 10-second runoff or utilizing another timeout. Long conversation over there with D'Amico Ryans.
Dan, that was a hell of a play from Nowoski. I mean, because, again, he had to travel.
There is no foul on the play. Houston will take another timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff required by rule. 30 seconds.
Houston burns another timeout to keep that clock from running. Copyright in this broadcast is owned by the Detroit Lions Incorporated. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Detroit Lions Incorporated is prohibited. So, after a couple of penalties,
game clock to 42 seconds. 42 seconds.
2 more seconds added to the clock. It's going to be 3rd and 11 coming up for Houston from their own 45-yard line. They're 3 out of 4 on 3rd down so far in this one. Mertz 13 out of 15, 139 yards and a touchdown. They need something here, and the Lions defense is trying to get off the field. 3rd and 11. There's the shotgun snap to Mertz. He's back. Mertz being chased, rolling to his right, throws, caught, flagged down in the secondary as he is shy of the first down. That is the back, Marks, down at the 49-yard line of Detroit. But flags in the secondary do not bode well for defenses. It would be 4th and 5, but
before the pass was thrown, holding. Defense number 38. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That is Whiteside called for the penalty. And that's an automatic 5 and a first down.
That's a bad penalty.
So with 37 seconds to go now, new life for Houston as they move the ball just across the 50 and down to the 49-yard line of Detroit. So they have 1 timeout left, 37 seconds to go, first down to work with at the 49-yard line of Detroit. Houston leads at 16-7. Mertz again is going to work out of the gun. Marks to his left. There's the snap. Mertz back. Mertz throws over the middle. It is caught. That is his tight end with the grab. That is 83, Irv Smith with the grab.
Timeout.
We got a timeout. Houston uses their last one with 31 seconds to go. 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 4. So Houston's now out of timeouts. They got 31 seconds to work with. You got a kicker in Fairbairn who's got huge range. So we will have to wait and see how they play this from here, but because of those penalties, they had to burn through their timeouts.
Yeah. And then, I played with Irv Smith's dad. Me and him played together in Cleveland. They're tight end, so yeah. So, I'm an old fella. I'm getting up there now.
Yeah, when they're
playing
kids.
with dads, the kids on the field.
Here comes 2nd down and 4 now from the Lions 44. Mertz takes the snap, throws down the left side. It is Powell again, and a flag down. Powell was the intended receiver down the left sideline that time. Coverage for the Lions by Avonte Maddox, the veteran,
Pass
who's going to be called for PI.
Offense number 11. 10-yard penalty at the previous spot. 2nd down.
Offensive pass interference. Okay, so Cornell Powell is called for the offensive pass interference, not Avonte Maddox. I'm not sure what they saw there, Lo.
I didn't see that.
You see it?
No, because he was falling backwards.
Falling backwards. If anything, he's just reaching his arms out trying to stay up. I didn't see much. All right, still 27 seconds to go. This has been the longest last 2 minutes we've seen in a while. After the penalty, 2nd and 14. Mertz back to throw. Mertz being rushed. Mertz getting a hit, going to go down. Sack back at the 40-yard line. Good pressure that time for the Lions, and down he goes. Al-Quadin Mohammed. Nice thing is that time, Lo, you had other guys in there forcing him to move in that pocket, and he moved right to Al-Quadin.
Exactly right, man. It was a nice job. He kind of came underneath, too, Dan. They looked like they ran a stunt game over there, came underneath, and he was able to get them down on the ground.
And that is going to be the final play of the first half. We've hit the break. 30 minutes gone, 30 minutes to go. 16-7, Houston on top. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
This is Lisa Zadok from Zadok Jewelers. We believe that the jewelry you own should be the jewelry you love. Did you know that we buy jewelry, diamonds, and watches that you no longer wear? Just bring them in, and if we make you an offer, you'll get store credit for items you can enjoy now, or you'll leave with a check in hand. It's that easy. Jewelry and watches were not meant to collect dust in a drawer. Stop by Zadok Jewelers today on Post Oak and San Felipe. Zadok Jewelers. Make the moment.
In a heartbeat, a horrifying crash can shatter your life forever. Dreams crushed, careers vanished. The excruciating pain never ends. Your spouse watches helplessly as medical bills destroy everything you built. Your suffering is real. Your family deserves better. I'll fight with everything I have for you.
Call Jim Adler now. 713-777-4000.
Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
This is the Detroit Lions halftime show, presented by Verizon on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Your first half recap brought to you by Hungry Howie's Flavor Crust Pizza. Flavor as bold as going for it on 4th down. Order Hungry Howie's today. Texans lead your Lions 16-7 at the break. It was the Graham Mertz show in half number one. How about the 6th round pick? How about the former Florida Gator, Graham Mertz, giving the Lions 2nd, 3rd, and 4th units all they can handle. All he's done in half number one is go 14 for 16 for 145, a touchdown pass, and a quarterback rating of 125.3. Up until that final play of the half where Al-Qadim Muhammad gets the sack, very few answers for Detroit against the Graham Mertz-led Houston Texans in half number one. So how did we get here? First drive, under center for the Lions. It's Kyle Allen. They go 3 plays. They go -4 yards. Kyle Allen was sacked for a loss of 7 yards on 3rd and 7. Houston takes over on drive number one. Graham Mertz architects a 46-yard, 9-play drive. Completed a pass to Xavier Hutchinson for 24 yards, a scramble for 11 yards, and then a Kayemi Fairbairn 53-yard field goal makes it 3-0 Houston. Detroit then responds with the drive of the day, the best drive of the game so far. Kyle Allen complete to Craig Reynolds for 12 yards, complete to Craig Reynolds again for 8 yards, and then on 3rd and 3, there goes that man again, Isaac Tesla for 8 yards and a first down.
Allen back, wants to throw, does, right side, deep, wants Tesla, got it.
Then on 1st and 10 from the Texans 33-yard line, you heard it there, the 33-yard touchdown connection, Kyle Allen to Isaac Tesla. Just a beautiful separation on a play that is hard for receivers to separate from defensive backs. Awesome touch on that throw by Kyle Allen as well. Isaac Tesla made it look easy, and you have to wonder just how prominently featured is Isaac Tesla going to be. You would think he's earning his way onto that first team. Houston, in possession number 2, goes 50 yards on 8 plays. Only had to go 50 yards because Cornell Powell, the former Clemson product, returned the opening kick 47 yards right there. So Houston then took over at the beginning of the second quarter, and a 9-yard run from Marks, Woody Marks, made it 10-7 Houston early in the second quarter. Hendon Hooker takes over for the Lions. That resulted in a 4-play, 20-yard drive, 3rd and 4, incomplete pass, inaccurate from Hendon Hooker, and Houston gets the ball back, and then they really went to work. 11 plays, 89 yards in the middle of the second quarter. It was Mertz complete to Powell again, who has 32 yards in the first half for 17 yards. Mertz complete to Winfrey to 26 yards down inside the Lions red zone. Then Mertz complete to former Detroit Lion Cephas for 6 yards and a touchdown. Quintez Cephas, that makes it 16-7 because the extra point was blocked. The Lions, in their 4th possession, go just 4 yards on 3 plays before yet another punt. And then finally, the final drive for Houston ends with an Al-Qadim Muhammad sack to bring the first half to a close. Kyle Allen, 5 for 5, a touchdown and no interceptions, seems to have cemented his spot on this team. And the defense looking for answers against one Graham Mertz in half number 1. There is but one starting quarterback battle that is yet to be resolved, and we will tell you how the starters are looking in the Big Easy coming your way in your NFL Halftime Scoreboard Update. My name is Mark Ryan, live from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios here on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
Did you know that Zadok Jewelers has a full in-house service center for both jewelry and watches? They offer everything from a battery charge to a full service to make sure your timepieces are always keeping time and running their best. They also have a full jewelry service center to replace lost stones, tighten prongs, fix chains, anything else you might need to make sure you can wear and enjoy your jewelry. Things come up at different stages of jewelry and watch ownership, and they are there for you at every single step. Check them out online at zadok.com.
In a heartbeat, a horrifying crash can shatter your life forever. Dreams crushed, careers vanished. The excruciating pain never ends. Your spouse watches helplessly as medical bills destroy everything you've built. Your suffering is real. Your family deserves better. I'll fight with everything I have for you.
Call Jim Adler now. 713-777-4000.
Houston. Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Time for your first half scoreboard update. It's brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Get to B-Dubs for late night happy hour, 9 p.m. to close every single night. It's the Browns over the Rams, 16-7. Joe Flacco, 9 for 10. Dylan Gabriel, 12 for 19 in the early going there. Ravens all over the Commanders, 30-3. Cooper Rush, effective for Baltimore. Sam Hartman, not so much for the Commanders. 2 interceptions. Riley Leonard playing well for the Colts. No Anthony Richardson as well there in that game. The backup and the starters not playing. It is the New Orleans Saints trailing the Denver Broncos 16-9 at the Brink. The only starting job not yet decided. Spencer Rattler 5 for 8. Tyler Shuck 4 for 6. Not much differentiation going on there. The second half of your contest underway. Texans lead the Lions 16-9. Coming your way next right here on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Fiscally responsible, financial genius, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it. So your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps homebuyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at Truist.com/make-your-move. Truist.com/make-your-move. Or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist is an equal housing lender.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
They can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
Get smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you.
Ooh.
Find your next ride at Autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Live from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, Texans over the Lions 16-7 as we send it back for the call of the third quarter. Dan and Lomas, one final chance for one more statement before decision day.
Yep, that's what these players are looking at. The guys that are still out there playing, some have already made their statement. Kyle Allen certainly did. Isaac Tesla certainly did. And
everybody's kind of at a different position. Allen seems to have secured that backup quarterback job behind Jared Goff. Isaac Teslalomas, man, he's got to be pressing for first-team snaps the way that he's playing.
I mean, he's making it hard on some of those guys that are in front of him, the Tim Patricks. He'll be taking reps away from those guys and plays away from them, but that's a good thing. You want to have as many weapons as you can out there, and he's a big weapon for us.
Lions will get the ball to start the second. Check that. They will kick off. Houston won the toss. They deferred, so Houston will get the football first here to start the second half. Third quarter, sponsored by U.S. Park. Put it in park with U.S. Park at Detroit Metro Airport.
Dan, I've always said that the catch the eye of the coaches, you have to have 4 to 5 plays per game that kind of jump off the film, that catch the attention of these coaches. The guys got another half, but these guys, if they want to make this team, which is a very good team we have here, they have to make some eye-popping plays in the second half.
Defense and special teams will get the opportunity. First kickoff coverage unit is out there. Jordan and Marks are back deep for Houston. Jake Bates has got it on the tee. He's ready to go. Bates with the run up and the kick. Hangs it high. It's going to be taken by Jordan, 3-yard line. Comes up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and he dives out to the 30-yard line, and that is where Houston will take over first and 10. Ian Kennelly cut him on the tackle there to make the top on special teams. That is something, guy like him, battling for a backup safety spot. You're looking for special teams plays. There's one right there.
You know how important it is. You're right. That's a play that jumps off. That's a play that you put on film right there.
That first half, Trevor Nowoski led the way with 7 tackles. Hallett and Stewart both had 5 each. Houston had the edge in terms of offense in that first half. 212 total yards to 110 for Detroit. Keaton Slovis takes over at quarterback now. Played at USC, Pitt, and BYU in college. He'll go to the air right away and just kind of throws it away. Pressure was coming that time. Threw it in the area of Daniel Jackson, but more than anything, he was just getting rid of that to avoid taking a loss. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Just like I
saw Graham Mertz in that first half, did a good job. 14 out of 16, 145 yards and a touchdown. Backup quarterback is Davis Mills in Houston. Of C.J. Stroud, of course, is the starter for them. It's a question of whether or not they would keep 3 if Mertz was going to figure into that conversation. He was a 6th-round draft pick. On 2nd down, they keep it on the ground. That's Jordan, who slips a tackle and gets across the 35 and out to the 38-yard line. Got 9 on the play. Lauren Strickland made the stop. Gain of 9. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 now.
I think the most important thing you said out of that thing about Mertz, what you didn't say was he was a Florida Gator.
He was a Gator.
He was a Gator.
He was a Gator
in Gainesville.
Along with, he was a Gator and a Badger.
He was a little Badger too, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
So it is 3rd and 1. Hang on a second. Got a stoppage in play. Let's see what we have here. Our referee has changed. No longer Clay Martin. It is Stephen Woods.
After replay assist, the ball will be placed on the 29-yard line. First down.
That's the 39-yard line, and they give him the first down. Replay assist can call down and say, hey, we've got a more exact spot for you. And in fact, they move it ahead a yard, and that gives Houston a first down. They had 14 first downs in the first half to 6 for Detroit. So from the 39, Houston with a first down. Slovis takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Jordan. Jordan peeks right, comes back left, finds some room, goes up the hash on the left side, gets across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Tackled there by Kennelly and Miller, but that's a gain of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1.
The one thing I would love, last week in the second half, they stayed on blocks. We couldn't get off blocks. I would love to see them disengage, get off these blocks, and make sure tackles.
2nd and 1. Houston from their own 48. Slovis up under center. Lines show 5 across that front. Slovis turns, gives to Jordan. Jordan gets the first down. Didn't need much. Got about a yard just shy of midfield. DJ Miller made the stop. So that'll be another first down for Houston here, leading 16-7 with 13 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lions defense has kind of been on their heels a lot of the game today. Houston has done a nice job moving the football.
They really have, especially running it too.
From midfield now, first down, Houston, leading 16-7. Movement up front, there's another flag.
False start. Offense, number 42, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Penalty called against the Texans. That's Luke Lachey, who is the son of outstanding, longtime NFL tackle Jim Lachey.
Yes, sir.
One of your contemporaries.
Yep, Class A 85 came out the same year, Dan. Very, very good tackle.
Fourth false start against Houston today. That moves them back 5, so it's 1st and 15 now. Houston from their own 45. Quick throw. Slovis got a complete left side. The grab is made out there by Quintez Cephas. He's down to the 44-yard line. So they needed 15. They got 11. So it's going to be 2nd down and 4 coming up now.
And
nice delivery by Slovis that time.
I'm sorry, Dan. Give the Houston Texans offensive line a lot of credit. Again, they're giving him time to get back there and drop back, plant his foot, get a nice ball out.
On 2nd and 4 from the Lion 44. Slovis out of the gun. He takes, hands to Jordan over the left side. Jordan is turned back as he gets to the 43-yard line, so we got a yard. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 3. Tyson Russell led the defensive charge that time.
And that big area about Broderick Martin, another guy that Coach talked about that he needed to see, like you say, consistency from. And he also wanted to see what he was doing on the field and practice earlier. He wanted to see that translate to the field out here today. So hopefully, Broderick's been doing pretty good in there, but again, we need him to be a consistent player more so.
Injured player down for the Lions, Ezekiel Turner, being looked at by the training staff. Injury timeout brought to you by Henry Ford Health, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs. So as they take a look at him, we're going to take a break. 16-7, Houston on top, 11:30 to go third quarter. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
This is Lisa Zadok from Zadok Jewelers. We believe that the jewelry you own should be the jewelry you love. Did you know that we buy jewelry, diamonds, and watches that you no longer wear? Just bring them in, and if we make you an offer, you'll get store credit for items you can enjoy now, or you'll leave with a check in hand. It's that easy. Jewelry and watches were not meant to collect dust in a drawer. Stop by Zadok Jewelers today on Post Oak and San Felipe. Zadok Jewelers. Make the moment.
I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer. If you've been terribly injured after the rideshare vehicle you were in was involved in a horrific wreck because the greedy rideshare company hired an untrained driver, you might not think you have any rights because you were the passenger. Well, that's simply not true. You do have rights, and you are entitled to compensation for lost wages, medical bills, and your pain and your suffering. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer. Call me now, and let's talk about your case for free.
713-777-4000.
Houston. Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Out of
of the timeout. Here come the Texans now. 3rd and 3 from the Lion 43. Slovis takes the shotgun snap back, looking, hit as he throws. He's got it complete. That is Parker with it up the sideline. He's got the first down and more inside the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. Finally forced out by Lauren Strickland, by good protection that time. Allows Houston to pick up 20 and move the chains.
Yeah, he's taken advantage of it. Slovic is taking advantage of his opportunity. Isaac Okuwu came off late, but he was able to get the ball out of his hand before Isaac got there.
So it's first down at the Lions' 23-yard line. 16-7, Houston on top. 10:50 to play in the third. Texans on the move. On first down, Slovis play action fake, sets in the pocket, throws deep downfield, contact, flag, incomplete pass. It was intended out there for Harrison Bryant. Penalty marker down. Looks like it's going to be against DJ Miller. We will get the call from Stephen Woods, our referee here.
Defense, number 42. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
And that was one where he just got beat, got a little too aggressive in trying to catch up, but it ends up being a first down. By the way, we should announce that the Lions have made it official. Your former teammate, Robert Porcher, is going to be inducted into the Pride of the Lions when the Lions have their home opener against the Chicago Bears in Week 2.
So happy for Robert, man. Just a great guy, Dan, a great guy in this community. He still has businesses back here, so he's here almost every other month. I'm so happy that he gets his opportunity to go up in the ring of honor.
More on that coming up in a moment. Here come the Texans on 1st and goal. They try to go outside to Jordan. He is tracked down, taken down. Lauren Strickland dropped him for a loss back at the 11-yard line. Really nice play that time. Lions Red Zone defense brought to you by Fago, the one true pop. Good pursuit. Yes. Loss of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 11. Robert Porcher, first-round pick, 1991. Member of the Lions' 75th anniversary team, member of the Lions' all-time team. Team record 95.5 sacks during his time, 3-time Pro Bowler. Taking his rightful place among the all-time greats in this franchise on the wall here at Ford Field, where he will be forever. Along with you, my friend. Movement up front, that's going to be another penalty against the Texans. That was the left tackle jumping that time.
False start.
Austin Deculus.
Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
And I know that'll be a popular day. Robert was a guy who was known for knocking down quarterbacks. That'll get you popular real quick around these parts.
And I'm going to tell you one thing people don't know about Robert Porcher. I'm telling you, the best hands. The only other guy I think had just as good as hands, you get a kick out of this, was Jumpy Gathers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm talking about use your hands to break you down and get you off of them. I don't think it was anybody better than Robert Porcher.
Congratulations to Robert. Very, very happy for him. Popular choice, no doubt. Yes. And a well-deserved one. On 2nd and goal after the penalty, they throw it to Parker over the right side, who gets another flag thrown as he gets down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 9, but let's check on that penalty.
Pass interference. Offense, number 15. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 2nd down.
So Juwan Winfrey is called for offensive pass interference. And that will wipe out the game.
Yeah, that's the second one today, pass interference.
What was a 1st and goal from the 6 a couple of minutes ago is now going to be a 2nd and goal from the 26. So several penalties, a loss on first down have got Houston moving in reverse. They lead at 16-7 from the Lion 26 on 2nd down. Slovis going to work out of the gun. Jordan joins him in the backfield. There's the snap. Slovis back. Slovis looking to set up a screen, and that's blown up. Well read by the Lions that time. Trevor Nowoski all over it. And a pass intended out there for Jordan that goes incomplete.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
It's got to be a helpless feeling for your quarterback when you're setting up a screen. You see your receiver, but then you see the defender bearing down on that receiver, and it's got to be one of those, do I throw it at his feet? Do I throw it to him?
Right.
Try to get him to miss, make a guy miss.
And you would hope that your lineman can slow them guys up just a tad bit more to give you a little bit more time. But nice job that time from Keith Cooper that time, coming inside and putting that immediate pressure on Slovis.
So it is 3rd and goal from the 26 for the Texans. That's where you got to play clean if you're the Lions. You don't want to give them anything free. Slovis has got it back to throw. Does. Middle. Caught and buried immediately by Lauren Strickland. It's a catch that's going to be for limited yardage by Bryant down to the 17-yard line. It's 4th down and forever now. They'll send the kicking unit out. But a really nice play by Lauren Strickland that time, who had the tackle for a loss and then buries him there on 3rd down as well.
Yeah, that was the form tackle. That was the perfect form tackle that time.
So Fairbairn on to attempt the field goal, 36 yards, hash mark left side. There's the slip, bobbled snap again, and he gets it off, and it is no good. That is the 2nd consecutive kick we've seen where the snap and the hold did not come together, and that time Fairbairn did get his foot into it, but he missed it wide right, and the Lions escape any damage there on the scoreboard. It is still 16-7 Houston on top on the Detroit Lions radio network.
If you are looking for a watch and you want to go someplace with expertise, you go to Zadok Jewelers. How much expertise, Seth? 7 on-site full-time master watchmakers. That is a lot of expertise. They also have the Houston boutiques for IWC, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Vacheron Constantin, and they carry over 25 watch brands like Panerai, Cartier, Omega, Breitling, and many more. Come in and visit with a Zadok watch specialist. They love talking watches, and they're happy to help you select the piece you will love. Check it out online at zadok.com.
Wrecked after a head-on collision with an 18-wheeler? Broken. Out of work, bills piling up faster than a Texas tornado. And what's the insurance company doing? Looking into it. Looking into what? Their lunch plans? They've been looking into it for months while you're sitting here suffering. Enough is enough. I'm Bill Adler, the Texas Hammer. I don't just look into things, I tear them up. You've been through enough. It's time to make them pay. One call, no mercy. Let's get to work.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Back at Ford Field, 16-7 Houston on top. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Lions radio network.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey Sports Station.
8:22 to go in the third. Lions have the football back down by 9. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Hendon Hooker remains in there at quarterback. We anticipate he'll go the rest of the way. Lions break the huddle, come to the line. Sailors, the deep back in an I formation. Now they split. Single back is Sailors. Hooker takes the snap. Wants to throw. Stumbles a little bit. Flag down in the backfield. Throws. Got a complete right side. That is Ronnie Bell with it into Texans territory and down to the 44-yard line where he is hit and taken down. That is a big gain and a first down for the Lions if it stands. Here we go.
Holding. Offense. Number 77. 10-yard penalty. Remains first down.
That is a gain of 30 that is wiped out by the holding call against Zach Johnson.
Yeah, he was inside. They got him inside at the guard position, and he just got beat. He stepped too much in the inside. This guy went outside. He couldn't do anything but hold the guy. So they got him, Zach in there. You got Neese in there.
I I think since the 3-minute mark of the first half, we've had 67 penalties. I may be off by 1 or 2, but I think it's 67. Here come the Lions now. 1st and 20 after the penalty. They give it to Sailors over the right side. Bounces off one tackle. Not much there, though. Gets to the 17-yard line. Maybe a yard. Jackson Woodard makes the stop. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 19 now from the 17.
And you got a lot of different guys up front now, so the rhythm might be just thrown off a little bit, especially in the run game, just trying to get all these guys on the same page.
Hooker's going to work out of the gun. He's got Sailors to his left, 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. There's the snap. They give it to Sailors over the right side, finds some room, across the 20, and taken down as he gets to the 22-yard line. Jalen Mills makes the stop. That's going to set up a 3rd and long for the Lions. They're still well behind the down sticks.
That time, that was a nice job from Zach Johnson, pulling from the guard position, kicking out his guy, and giving Sailor the room that he needed to get upfield. Nice job, Zach.
Sailor's got 6, leaves the Lions looking at a 3rd and 13 now from their own 23. Hooker out of the gun. Houston showing pressure. They got 7 across that front. Hooker's got it back. Looking, stepping up. Now he just dumps it off to Sailors. Sailors picks up 1 block. Not enough, though, as he's taken down from behind at the 29-yard line. Grab made by Sailors. Dylan Horton with the tackle. 6-yard gain. Well short of a 1st down, and Jack Fox will come out.
Yeah, well short, but I like that from Hendon. What I liked about it, he started scrambling, but then kept his eyes up, was able to just dump it off. So nice job, again, keeping your eyes upfield while you're moving around.
Fox to punt, Jordan back deep for Houston. Foxy 3 punts today, 48.3-yard average. Fox is ready. Punts away, good one. Oh my goodness. Jordan backs up. He's going to take this at the 11-yard line. Back to the 15. Hit and dropped as he gets to the 20-yard line, and that is where Houston will take over. That's a 60-yard punt and a 9-yard return. Good work on special teams by the Lions. Hogan Hatton, the long snapper, makes the stop. And out will come that Houston offense once again. They lead it 16-7. 5:49 to go in the 3rd quarter in the final preseason game for both these squads. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
If you are looking for a watch and you want to go someplace with expertise, you go to Zadok Jewelers. How much expertise, Seth? 7 on-site full-time master watchmakers. That is a lot of expertise. They also have the Houston boutiques for IWC, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Vacheron Constantin, and they carry over 25 watch brands like Panerai, Cartier, Omega, Breitling, and many more. Come in and visit with a Zadok watch specialist. They love talking watches, and they're happy to help you select the piece you will love. Check it out online at zadok.com.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happening to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Time for an NFL scoreboard update from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. After 3 preseason games, the Vikings conclude with a 1-2 record. They fall to the Tennessee Titans last night, 23-13. It was the Max Brosmer show for Minnesota, 15 for 23 for 161. And through the air, Dante Fleming, 2 catches for 53 yards. Back to Dan and Lomas.
Right here, 16-7, Houston on top. They got it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Keaton Slovis back to throw, got it complete. It is caught out in the flat by his fullback. DJ Miller made the stop. Grab over there made by Luke Lachey. By the way, Houston has really just kind of dominated this thing. Total yards, 270 to 123. Offensive plays, 44 to 23. Time of possession, 24-45 to 14-26. So other than that one drive put together by Kyle Allen that ended in the touchdown pass to Isaac Tesla, not much offense from the Lions today. 5:10 to go in the third. 2nd down and 3, Houston from their own 27. Slovis, quick throw, got it complete. That is Powell with the grab. He is taken down immediately. Heads up play defensively for the Lions that time by Lauren Strickland. Strickland's putting some good tape out there today, making some plays. That's an open field tackle. Held him to a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and short coming up.
That's a great, you're right about that. He's been putting together good tape. He's been doing the little things that show up big on tape, and that's so important to the coaches in their eyes.
3rd and 1 now for the Texans. Just shy of the 29. They need the 30. Slovis back, quick throw, got it complete, up the gut. That is Quintez Cephas, slant across the 45 and out to the 48-yard line. Cephas putting together some nice tape today. Former Lion trying to win a spot. Gain of 19 there, had a touchdown earlier.
Yeah, and he won that with his route. Again, I talk about these guys running precise routes to get that separation from the defensive backs. He won that with his route.
1st and 10, Houston now from their own 47. They give it to the deep back in an I formation. Across the 50 and down to the 46-yard line. That is Jordan with the carry. Picks up 7 on the play.
So, Dan, it seemed like Houston, they're going to be a team that run, almost kind of like us, run first to take that pressure off C.J. Stroud this year. It seemed like they're really working on their run game. They worked on it a lot during camp, too, against us.
Yeah, Joe Mixon's going to be out for a while for them, but Nick Chubb looks like he could be their lead back. They give it to Jordan again. This time he is stacked up and taken down. Mitch Gude that time with a nice play right at the 45-yard line, leaving Houston looking at a 3rd down and 2. And that's what you like to see. Penetration, make the play. As soon as there's contact, there's no more yardage. You're going back.
You're exactly right. And again, the other thing, you like to see a whole bunch of eye helmets around that ball, and that's a good thing too. But you're right about that initial guy able to make that tackle. That's a win for us.
They're going to move that spot forward about a yard. So they got the call from upstairs. Replay assist told them to take it from the 46 to the 45. It's still going to be 3rd down and 2. Slovis has it, wants to throw. Stepping up, being chased. Throws, got it complete. 1st down. Grab is made inside the 40 by Luke Lachey and down to the 37-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play and another Houston 1st down. Just feels like it's been a day of sustained drives for the Texans.
I mean, we haven't been able to have those sudden
6 out of 8
stops
on 3rd down.
Yeah, those sudden stops, getting them on and off the field. You're right. We haven't been able to do that today.
It is the 20th 1st down of the game. From the Lion 36, Slovis. Play action, fake boots left, got a man wide open. That is Jacob Johnson, the fullback, inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. He got 7 on the play. Tackled by DJ Miller.
And Lachey's a name. I mean, you've called his name out a lot today. You know, he's making some plays. He's kind of putting his name out there to make it hard on their coaching staff.
2nd and 3 from the Lion 29. Jordan, the deep back, single back behind Slovis, who's up under center. They give it to Jordan. Hesitates and hit by Nate Lynn as he gets to the line. Did pick up 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Texans will send in a couple of tight ends, go to their jumbo formation. Lions will counter with big Broderick Martin, who comes out.
You see how you run,
big fella, ambles out. 3rd and 1 for Houston from the Lion 27. Brooks, the deep back in an I formation. They turn and give it to him. Any second effort's going to get him the first down to the 26-yard line. Felt that contact just shy of the first down marker. Second effort got it done.
Nice job from Broderick Martin in that. Just kind of hold his anchor. Didn't get pushed back. He just kind of held his anchor there and made it tough for the Houston Texans to pick up that first down.
They get it down to the 25-yard line of Detroit, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. We have played 3. We've got 1 left in the preseason for these two teams. Houston still leads at 16-7 on the Detroit Lions radio network.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
This is Lisa Zadok from Zadok Jewelers. We believe that the jewelry you own should be the jewelry you love. Did you know that we buy jewelry, diamonds, and watches that you no longer wear? Just bring them in, and if we make you an offer, you'll get store credit for items you can enjoy now, or you'll leave with a check in hand. It's that easy. Jewelry and watches were not meant to collect dust in a drawer. Stop by Zadok Jewelers today on Post Oak and San Felipe. Zadok Jewelers. Make the moment.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happened to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Brad Eddie. Gear up for epic football game days under the Vegas sun. Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. Dive into 6 temperature-controlled pools or relax in luxurious lounge chairs, day beds, and private cabanas. Feel the energy and catch every play from every game on our massive 143-foot screen. When it comes to watching football all season long, nowhere comes close. Grab your spot at Stadium Swim today at circalasvegas.com.
15 minutes to go in the preseason. That's what we're left with here. Houston leads it 16-7 as we go to the 4th quarter. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Lion 25-yard line. 4th quarter sponsored by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. It's going to be the 10th play of the drive coming up for Houston. It is the 3rd drive they've had today of 10 or more plays. 6 possessions in total for them. They scored on their first 3, which got them to 16 on the board. That's where they have remained ever since. They've hurt themselves with a number of penalties so far in this game, but in particular at the end of the first half there. Start of the 4th. Here we go. Keaton Slovis brings him to the line. 1st and 10 from the Lion 25-yard line. Jordan the back to his right. Slovis takes, wants to throw with time. Now he throws. It is bobbled and then picked off by the Lions. It is in and out of the hands of Quintez Cephas. Detroit came out of there with it. It was picked off by Detroit. What a terrific play in there by Tyson Russell. Ball was being bobbled by the receiver and then right into the hands of Tyson Russell, and it is the Lions coming out of there. It's their first interception of the preseason. Cephas had it in his hands, then tried to press it against his helmet, and then it popped up in the air, and it's Russell who comes out of there with it. That's a really nice play running to the football.
That sure was. Great concentration, too, to bring in that ball. Nice job, Tyson Russell.
So the Lions with a takeaway. They've got it at their own 11-yard line now. So Houston goes from having great field position to a turnover, and the Lions come out of there with it. So Hendon Hooker will go back to work now from the 11. On first down, Hooker's going to work out of the gun. He's got Deion Jackson to his left. Hooker takes the snap, wants to throw. Back and looking, does over the middle. It is picked off by Houston. Coming back the other way up the right sideline, Jalen Mills inside the 15. Mills is going to be inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Just a bad overthrow by Hendon Hooker that time, and the defensive back for Houston could have called fair catch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just not what you want to see.
And it looked so bad because he didn't have pressure, Dan. He really didn't have pressure on himself. So
sailed it right to the defensive back. Interception, Houston. So one interception leads to another. It is the Texans with the football and a 16-7 lead. When we come back, this is your home for Detroit Lions football.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Fiscally responsible, financial genius, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it. So your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
Back here, so after the interception, there was an unsportsmanlike penalty called against Houston, so that backed them up 15 yards. So instead of having 1st and 10 at the 12 of Detroit, it has been backed up to the 28. So it would have been at the 13, now it's the 28. So that is where Houston will take over, but the headline there is really bad pass by Hendon Hooker.
Terrible pass. I mean, again, it's a different thing when you have pressure and you throw a bad pass. That time he didn't have pressure on the pass that sailed on him, Dan.
Today's game brought to you by Wallside Windows, the official window company of the Lions Radio Network. So Houston leading 16-7, 14:42 to go. 1st and 10 from the Lions 28-yard line. Lions do not have a first down in the second half of this game.
Wow.
Slovis brings them to the line. Jordan the single back. Slovis up under center. Slovis turns, fakes the give to Jordan, sets in the pocket, got a lot of time, throws right side, got a man wide open. That's Quintez Cephas inside the 15-yard line and down to the 12-yard line as he makes the grab. And Quintez a little slow to get up after that play. They're going to run somebody else in for him. He's going to be looked at over on the sideline. He ended up right on the Texans sideline.
The key, though, what you said is he had plenty of time.
Plenty of time. And Cephas is wide open.
Wide open.
So a first down at the 12-yard line of Detroit. Slovis is going to work out of the gun. He's got Jordan to his left. Slovis takes, hands to Jordan, bounces it outside, trying to get the edge to the 10, to the 5, dives. Did he get in? They're going to say first and goal from inside the 1. Nice speed that time by Jordan, who started right, then cut it back. To the left, got 11 yards, forced out of bounds by Tyson Russell, but you can see the kind of burst he has.
And that's what we talk about, the outside contain. Again, regardless whether you're blocked or unblocked, you want to try to keep that outside contained, and that he was able to get outside of us and pick up a great game.
So it is first and goal from inside the 1. Jordan the deep back, Johnson the up back. Slovis takes, gives to Jordan, tries the left side, nothing doing, turned away, lost yardage on the play. Anthony Pittman in there on the stop. You had a host of Lions in there that time. That was good to see. A lot of hats to the football on a short yardage situation.
Yeah, the young guy, Keith Cooper, was in there. You had a lot of guys, like you say, come into that party. Nice job, defense.
Second down and goal now. Houston from the Lion 3. Offset eye behind Slovis. Deep back Jordan. They fake to him. Slovis rolls right, throws, end zone, caught, touchdown, Houston, wide open, Daniel Jackson. Hard run fake. Boots to the right. Looks up, Jackson wide open, makes the delivery, and Houston extends their lead. It is now 22-7 with the extra point coming up.
And just a smart play on the Houston Texans part. Get your quarterback outside the pocket, let him get some room so he could see the throw, and just a nice delivery.
So they will go for the extra point. Fairbairn is back out there. Holder is the punter, Tommy Townsend. Long snapper, Austin Brinkman, rookie. Snap, a little bit high, gets it down. They send it through. They've had some trouble in that exchange a couple of times today, but they work it there, and they add the point. So it is 23-7, Houston on top, 12:58 to go in the game here in Detroit. We will take a break. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
Did you know that Zadok Jewelers has a full in-house service center for both jewelry and watches? They offer everything from a battery charge to a full service to make sure your timepieces are always keeping time and running their best. They also have a full jewelry service center to replace lost stones, tighten prongs, fix chains, anything else you might need to make sure you can wear and enjoy your jewelry. Things come up at different stages of jewelry and watch ownership, and they are there for you at every single step. Check them out online at zadok.com.
Wrecked after a head-on collision with an 18-wheeler? Broken. Out of work, bills piling up faster than a Texas tornado. And what's the insurance company doing? Looking into it. Looking into what? Their lunch plans? They've been looking into it for months while you're sitting here suffering. Enough is enough. I'm Bill Adler, the Texas Hammer. I don't just look into things, I tear them up. You've been through enough. It's time to make them pay. One call, no mercy. Let's get to work.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Brad Eddie.
Gear up for epic football game days under the Vegas sun. Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. Dive into 6 temperature-controlled pools or relax in luxurious lounge chairs, day beds, and private cabanas. Feel the energy and catch every play from every game on our massive 143-foot screen. When it comes to watching football all season long, nowhere comes close. Grab your spot at Stadium Swim today at circalasvegas.com.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
Lions set to get the football back. They had to get something going offensively today. Our touchdown recap, they have had one, brought to you by Delta Dental and Delta Vision of Michigan. It was beautiful, though. Kyle Allen to Isaac Tesla for 33 yards in the first half. But since then, their offense has not been productive at all. One first down since Kyle Allen left the game in 4 possessions for Detroit. Kennedy and Lovett back deep to take the kickoff here for Detroit, as they trail it 23-7, 12:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Fairbairn is ready. Here's the run up and the kick. Line drive's going to be taken by Kennedy at the 4-yard line, to the 10 to the 15. Cuts left at the 20, trying to get outside. He gets to the 25-yard line. Then he's shoved out of bounds as he gets out near the 29, and that is where the Lions and Hendon Hooker will take over, looking to get something going here. Made in Michigan is brought to you by Corewell Health, reminding you that together we can overcome any obstacle and fight any battle.
I would love to see him rally the troops. I mean, after adversity, rally these guys. Tell these guys, man, get in their faces or get in their ears. But I would love to see Hendon Hooker do something positive right now.
From their own 28-yard line, Hooker up under center, takes the snap, turns, they keep it on the ground. That is Jackson. Not much there. Line of scrimmage battle was won by the Texans that time. Yep. Great penetration. No gain. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
And then it's important when you run the zone read like we run. A lot of these guys, you have to maintain your blocks, because there's going to be a lot of double team blocks, and there's going to be a lot of slipping up to the next level. So the one guy has to maintain that block.
2nd and 10. Hooker's going to work out of the gun. There's the snap. He's got it. Wants to throw. Looks right. Comes back middle. He's going to run it out of there to the 30, 35, 40-yard line, 45. Still going. Dragging tacklers across the 50 and down to the 47-yard line. That is what Hendon Hooker can do. Arthur Millette finally made the stop, but that time he looked downfield. There was nothing. Tucked it and got 25.
And I think that's what get people excited, too, because they see the athletic ability. They see what he has. He just has to put the whole game together.
First down at the 47-yard line of Houston. Texans lead it 23-7. 11.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hooker's going to work out of the gun. He's got it, wants to throw again. Looks right, looks middle, now throws. It is caught. Short gain. Deion Jackson the back. Nope, they're going to say incomplete. Took a shot from behind from Jackson. Woodard separated him from the football, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Texans. One receiver left, that's Jackson Meeks. 2 receivers to the right side of the formation. Hooker works out of the gun on 2nd and 10. Goes on the handoff to Jackson. Jackson hit and taken down as he gets to the 44-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. Woodard and Arnett team up to make the stop for Houston.
That time you had Mason Miller pull from the right guard position, try to kick out. The Houston Texans did a nice job with their backside penetration. It was really nowhere for the running back to go. He got some good yardage on his own, basically.
Lions, 1 out of 5 on 3rd down so far today. 3rd and 7 from the 44 of Houston. Hooker's got it back, stepping up in the pocket, throws. It is intercepted by Houston. Nope, they're going to say it skipped to him. The intended receiver was Malik Taylor. Tremon Smith came up with it. Looked like an interception, but he just didn't get his hands under it. Ball skipped to him, so they'll say incomplete. 4th down, and the Lions are keeping the offense on the field.
It's hard to throw an accurate pass when your feet aren't set. I mean, it's very hard, and you see the ball selling on Hendon, or he's throwing it up, short throw on it. So it's just very hard when your feet aren't set back there as a passer.
4th and 7 from the 44 of the Texans. Hooker's going to work out of the gun. Jackson the back to his left. Hooker's got it. 4-man rush. Hooker looks, throws over the middle. It is incomplete, intended for Dominic Lovett, and the Lions are going to give it up on downs. Hooker that time looking to convert. Made the throw over the middle, just a little bit wide of Lovett. Well covered on the play, and the Lions come up empty. So we'll step aside. 23-7, Houston on top. They've got the football back. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
This is Lisa Zadok from Zadok Jewelers. We believe that the jewelry you own should be the jewelry you love. Did you know that we buy jewelry, diamonds, and watches that you no longer wear? Just bring them in, and if we make you an offer, you'll get store credit for items you can enjoy now, or you'll leave with a check in hand. It's that easy. Jewelry and watches were not meant to collect dust in a drawer. Stop by Zadok Jewelers today on Post Oak and San Felipe. Zadok Jewelers. Make the moment.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happened to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Brad Eddie.
Gear up for epic football game days under the Vegas sun. Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. Dive into 6 temperature-controlled pools or relax in luxurious lounge chairs, day beds, and private cabanas. Feel the energy and catch every play from every game on our massive 143-foot screen. When it comes to watching football all season long, nowhere comes close. Grab your spot at Stadium Swim today at circalasvegas.com.
1-800-GAMBLER.
Time for an NFL scoreboard update from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. Who will back up Joe Flacco in Cleveland? Dylan Gabriel, 12 for 19 for 129 and a touchdown. Now it's Shedeur Sanders' turns. He's 2 for 4. Back to Dan and Lomas.
All right, Mark, thanks. Right here, 10:37 to go, 23-7 Houston. Houston's got it. Slovis, shotgun snap, wants to throw, does, middle, caught. That's going to be inside the 50 and down to the Lions' 46-yard line to Cornell Powell. He's had a busy game today so far for Houston. Picks up 9 on that play. So far, Powell in the day has 6 catches for 64 yards.
They've had a nice balance today, the Houston Texans, throwing the ball and running the ball. They've had a great balance today.
10:05 to go in the game. Slovis works out of the gun. Hands it off. That is Brooks. Gets the first down to the 44-yard line. And that clock will continue to run down to 9:50 to go.
And other than the flags that they had, going into the 2 minutes going into halftime, when they haven't had flags or shot themselves, I'm talking about the Texans, they move the ball pretty efficiently. So I know D'Amico Ryan has to be happy with what he's seen out there.
He's got his team with a first down at the Lions' 44-yard line right now. Handed off to Brooks again. Bounces it outside right. Hit as he gets inside the 40 and shoved out of bounds as he gets down to the 39-yard line by Deron Gilbert. Just haven't been much pressure from the Lions today. Sack recap brought to you by Blue Flame Propane. We bring the heat. Al-Quddin Mohammed had a sack at the end of the first half. Isaac Ukwu, 3 quarterback hits. Other than that, they just really have not been in contact with the Houston quarterbacks at all.
Yeah. So when Aiden gets tired, when Davenport gets tired, who's the guy? Who is the guy that's going to take their places?
I think that's what this coaching staff was looking for, guys to step forward and say, I'm the guy. I think Al-Quddin Mohammed's certainly one of them.
Yes.
They give it again on the ground this time to Brooks. Stopped by Strickland at the line of scrimmage. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 4 as the clock moves down to 8.5 to go in this final preseason game.
And again, we always talk about guys playing for the other 31 teams. Put your best tape out there regardless of the situation, because you got 31 other teams that will be looking in a couple of days.
So by the spot, it is officially 3rd and 5 from the 39-yard line. Slovis takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Brooks. Brooks finds room, gets the first down inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play. Russell and Kennelly make the stop.
And that's British Brooks.
It is British Brooks.
That's a name for you right there, yeah. British Brooks. I wonder if that's his government.
Yards of carry, you can be named anything you want.
You think that's his government name?
I think that's his given name. 26th first down of the game for Houston. 1st and 10 from the Lion 27. They fake the give to Brooks. Slovis stands tall, pressure coming. Hit as he releases it, incomplete. A little bit short of Powell, who is down crossing at the 20-yard line. And that's going to bring up now 2nd down and 10.
Good pressure, good one-on-one pressure that time. The guys were able to beat their one-on-one blocks and got immediate pressure on Slovis.
That was Nate Lynn that time who got in there. And that's the thing. Even if you don't get the sack, you can impact the way he throws the ball, and certainly they did on that play. 2nd and 10 now. Slovis on the delay gives to Brooks. Brooks is hit and taken down. Terrific play by Anthony Pittman. Dropped him for a loss. Back outside the 29-yard line, close to the 30, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and long now for Houston.
Good job, Pitt. Nice job of filling in there. Nice job again of keeping your shoulders free and able to get in there and make the tackle. Just a nice job from Anthony Pittman.
So it's 3rd and 13 from the 30. Houston is 8 out of 10 on 3rd down today. Slovis is going to work out of the gun. Lions show 4 across the front. Slovis back, looking, lofting left side. One Cephas, end zone. Overthrows him and incomplete. There's Whiteside in coverage down the left sideline. That's going to bring up 4th down, and they'll bring out Fairbairn for a field goal attempt.
That wasn't too bad
Wasn't
of
a bad throw by Slovis at all.
You're right, Dan. That wasn't. It wasn't at all.
Cephas got his hands on it. A little bit beyond him. Just couldn't haul it in. So Fairbairn now from 48, middle of the field. Trying to tack on 3 more for Houston with 6:39 to go. There's a snap, spot, kick away. It is up, and it is good. Line drive goes through, and it's now Houston 26 and the Lions 7. 6:35 to go here at Ford Field. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
Hey guys, this is Lisa Zadok from Zadok Jewelers with a hot tip on how to keep your lady happy. Visit the Zadok Bridal Shop, a modern bride's dream. We work with our global network to source GIA certified ethical diamonds for you at a fair price. Not only do we carry a selection of the finest diamond settings, we also have a full custom design team ready to turn any ring dream into a ring reality. Zadok Jewelers, where Houston gets engaged.
In a heartbeat, a horrifying crash can shatter your life forever. Dreams crushed, careers vanished. The excruciating pain never ends. Your spouse watches helplessly as medical bills destroy everything you've built. Your suffering is real. Your family deserves better. I'll fight with everything I have for you.
Call Jim Adler now. 713-777-4000.
Houston.
Brad Eddie.
Gear up for epic football game days under the Vegas sun. Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. Dive into 6 temperature-controlled pools or relax in luxurious lounge chairs, day beds, and private cabanas. Feel the energy and catch every play from every game on our massive 143-foot screen. When it comes to watching football all season long, nowhere comes close. Grab your spot at Stadium Swim today at circalasvegas.com.
Lions about to get the football back. Time for Gaining Real Estate, brought to you by Kathy Brook of Max Brook Realtors. Max Brook Realtors, 4 seasons as the Lions official realtor of the Lions Radio Network. So, Gaining Real Estate's been Houston's job today, and man, they have done it well. 379 yards of total offense, 26 first downs, 65 plays, 36-27 time of possession. They have dominated this football game. Lions will get it back here with 6:35 to go. Fairbairn is ready. Sends it on its way. This is going to be into the end zone. Should go for a touchback and will. So that'll come out to the 35-yard line.
Why you think that? Why you think they did that?
It's a great question because he clearly did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Maybe they've seen enough of their special teams. I don't know. I mean, he sent that thing 8 yards deep into the end zone, and he's been sending them down inside the 5 all day long. It's a really good kicker, obviously. So maybe Houston's looking up and saying 6:35, let's just get this over with, get back to Houston, get our roster in order, and start the season. Lions are going to be doing the same thing. As soon as this game ends, Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes will go over this game film, grade it, and then it is time. Brad Holmes will get with his staff. Dan Campbell will get with his staff. They'll look at the roster, come up with their recommendations. Then it will be Campbell and Holmes getting together and making the final choices. Hooker on first down, wants to throw out of a crowded pocket. Throws, got it to Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell, middle of the field, across the 50 and into Texan territory and down to the 47-yard line. Brought down by Casey Osai after an 18-yard gain.
Now that's a throw. That's a throw
nice throw
right there. Yes. Man, that looked good just then from Hendon Hooker.
Lions now with a first down at the 47-yard line of the Texans. Hooker working out of the gun. He's got it, wants to throw again. Back, looking, throws right side, got to complete to Jackson. That's his back up the right side. Inside the 35, inside the 30, and down to the 29-yard line where he's tackled from behind. Blew a tire. Shoe came off. He's going to have to come out of the game for that. So they'll send Jacob Sailors in there. 18 yards on the connection, so a couple of plays, and all of a sudden the Lions are down at the 29-yard line of Houston. Most offense we've seen out of Detroit since the first quarter. Out of the huddle and to the line. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line of the Texans. Hooker's got it. Looking left. Blitz comes. Going to get hit. Going to go down. Flag comes down as well, but he is sacked on the blitz that time by Arthur Millette. Loss of 10, but we will find out what that penalty flag was for from Stephen Woods, our referee.
Illegal formation. Offense, number 10. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Ronnie Bell called for the penalty. Houston, of course, declines it because they got the sack. It will be 2nd down and 18 for the Lions. After the sack, again, it's Hooker out of the gun from the 38-yard line. Quick throw left side, got it complete. Bell looking to pick up a block. Gets inside the 35 and down to the 31-yard line. A little more manageable. It's going to be 3rd and 12 coming up here. Bird and Bryant team up to make the stop. And what we figure will be 4-down territory. Don't think we're going to see many field goals today, but we want to Point out our Kicks for Connection, brought to you by 3-Dimensional Services Group for prototypes and low to medium volume production and assemblies. They will donate $300 for every Lions field goal to the Rainbow Connection. 3rd and 12 for the Lions from the 31-yard line of Houston. Hooker takes the shotgun snap. He's back and looking, throwing middle, caught, and taken down immediately as Jacob Sailors at the 24-yard line will bring up a 4th and 5, and the Lions will go for it.
Yeah.
Clock moving down to 4:15 to go in the game.
The good thing I noticed about Hendon in this drive is that he's been finding his passing windows, and that just seems to open up his vision a lot more. He's had a couple of nice throws throughout this drive.
See if he can connect here on 4th and 5 for the Lions, trying to keep this drive alive, trailing in this game 26-7 from the 24-yard line of Houston. He's got the snap, back and looking, stepping up, going to get hit, going to go down. Thought he saw an opening there where he could run for the first down. Downs again.
Yeah, Dan, you just got to know the situation right now. I mean, again, he just has to recognize the situation he's in. It's a 4th down situation. He's not going to really get it with his legs. He has to look to throw that ball to pick up that first down. Just situational is what Hendon needs to be better at, too. And also, nice job from Giovanni Manu. Nice job on these couple of pass rushes that I've watched, the big fella.
Well, he needs some good tape out there.
Yeah.
His coaching staff wanted to see him carry some of the things that they've seen in practice over into the game.
Yeah, you're right. That's what they wanted to see, and see it happen in the game.
So Houston takes over after the Lions fail on 4th down. They keep it on the ground. That is Jordan across the 40 with a first down to the 41-yard line. I do not care who's in there, if they're starters or backups. Kelvin Shepard's going to have some thoughts for some of these guys. Just has not been a good day defensively for the Lions as we're down to 3:20 to go in this game. You figure Houston's just going to kill this clock. I think they've seen enough out of Keaton Slovis today. They've seen enough out of Graham Mertz early in the first half. He did a terrific job. Houston to the line now with a first down from their own 41. Slovis takes, gives to Jordan. Jordan hesitates, hits the middle of the line, nothing doing. Maybe a couple off the line surge out to the 44-yard line. Clock continues to move down to 2:50 to go in this game.
Well, the one thing you know they're going to do is basically just run it out. So if you put the defensive side of the ball, unless they surprise us, I think they're just going to try to run this ball and run the clock out.
Yeah, I would figure they are content to work off the game tape they've got with a 26-7 lead, 2.5 to play in this game. 34 runs for Houston today, 144 yards, 4.2 yards per carry. 2nd down and 7 here. Jordan, the deep back in an eye, gets the call. Across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Picks up 4 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. Anthony Pittman made the stop, and that's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning, brought to you by ABC Warehouse, your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, electronics, and appliances. 2 minutes to go in the game here. 26-7, Houston on top on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
If you are looking for a watch and you want to go someplace with expertise, you go to Zadok Jewelers. How much expertise, Seth? 7 on-site full-time master watchmakers. That is a lot of expertise. They also have the Houston boutiques for IWC, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Vacheron Constantin, and they carry over 25 watch brands like Panerai, Cartier, Omega, Breitling, and many more. Come in and visit with a Zadok watch specialist. They love talking watches, and they're happy to help you select the piece you will love. Check it out online at Zadok.com.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happened to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Brad Eddie.
Gear up for epic football game days under the biggest sun. Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. Dive into 6 temperature-controlled pools or relax in luxurious lounge chairs, day beds, and private cabanas. Feel the energy and catch every play from every game on our massive 143-foot screen. When it comes to watching football all season long, nowhere comes close. Grab your spot at Stadium Swim today at circalasvegas.com.
With NFL Plus, keep the NFL in reach. Stream live out-of-market preseason games, live local and primetime games on mobile during the regular and postseason, and NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games. With NFL Plus Premium, watch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season on NFL Red Zone. And for a limited time, save 20% on an annual NFL Plus Premium subscription. Offer ends September 15th. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
2 minutes to go here at Ford Field. 2 minutes remaining in the preseason for both the Lions and Texans. Texans lead this game 26-7. Texans have had a lot of plays on offense today. A couple of Lions have stood out defensively. Lauren Strickland, 9 solo tackles. Trevor Nowaski, 8 total tackles for Detroit. Here comes Houston now on 3rd down and 3. They hand it off to Brooks. Brooks over the right side, fights, stretches, gets the first down to the 48-yard line of Detroit. You got to imagine Houston will kneel it out from here. Two teams that have gotten a lot of good work in against each other this week. Joint practice is really beneficial for the number ones on both squads. And one thing Dan Campbell said he loved about this week was that he was working against a really well-coached team and a really good team. Remember, this Houston team's won a playoff game in each of the last 2 years. And in each of the first 2 years that D'Amico Ryans has been their head coach. Slovis will go into victory formation, move in behind center and take the snap, watching that clock, letting it run down. Play clock's at 2, it's at 1. There's the snap with 1:14 to go. He'll have to do that one more time and this game will be over. Well, for the Lions, this will be a very quick move for Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes here. They said they're going to go over this game tape. They want to see how